refresh it. There we are live! How's it going, y'all? Good to see you. It's been a long time, like well over a month since I've done a solo stream. I'm really excited about this. So a couple of things before we get started. The reason we're doing a 4-hour stream is you guys kind of expressed some interest in seeing some more trails, and I want to play more trails. And I was like, we don't get anything done in 2 hours. We need more time. So I thought about doing 4 hours. However, there is an interesting wrinkle. When we were planning out this stream, we didn't know about the Fire Emblem Direct. It kind of got sprung on us, and it just like didn't work out where we could all get together to do it. But I kind of want to watch it, and I know you guys want to watch it. So maybe around 2 p.m. I can like try to watch the Fire Emblem Direct, and you can watch it with me. So we'll try to do that if you want to. We've got a lot of things going on in chat. 7 viewers resubscribed while you were away. Thank you so much. But we have a brand new sub as well. Perete Viejo. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Oh my god. We got Elk New Sire. That's a tough one. Both just subscribed with Twitch Prime. 2 brand new subs right at the beginning of the stream. We need an absurd amount of Sodies. We need a dangerous amount of Sophie, I think, is what we need. There you go. When is the Direct? Today. Yes! So the Direct is today. It is at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And so if you guys want to, we can switch over to that. I'm assuming that you want to, but I will make a straw poll regardless. I just decided this 5 minutes before the stream. I'm like, maybe they want me to stream the Fire Emblem Direct. Here we go. Here's this. You know me and my straw polls. I love them. Love them to bits. For those of you who are just joining us for Trails of Cold Steel, or if you don't remember from last time, we're about to do the first boss. We're in this underground area underneath the schoolhouse. It's kind of a test for this new class of people who don't really know each other all that well yet. So it's kind of a very brief synopsis of what's going on. The first boss is not... Oh, yeah. 100% yes so far. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Permadeath now on your phone. Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of Fire Emblem Mobile, but I also hope there's a little bit of the Fire Emblem Muso game. I want to see what that's all about. Alright, let's do this. Man. For real, you guys. Just chilling out, playing 4 hours of a JRPG on a Wednesday. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. So I was reviewing Yakuza over break, and I'm trying to finish Dragon Quest VII, so I can do a little thing on that. So I didn't get to play any of this. My goal was to finish it over break, and it just didn't happen. But I also was like, well, let's stream it with the people. Okay, so this is the area that we started in, so we don't want to be here. This is the thing that we fell down. So this is bad. We're going in the wrong direction here, everybody. Tekken 7 release date is coming next week? Is that true? I didn't know that. Guys, I'm so excited for Tekken 7. I've always enjoyed Tekken, but playing the Tekken demo at E3, I just loved it. I had such a good time, and I thought to myself, I really want to invest time in Tekken. And somebody on NeoGaf suggested doing a stream, like kind of a Bosman v. Wozniak-esque stream, where it's like Ben gets good, and I just slowly learn a fighting game with you guys. And we were thinking about doing it with Street Fighter V, which we still might, but it might be really fun to do it with Tekken. That way, because it's brand new.
What's a place like this even doing on the school grounds?
Yeah, who puts a giant trapdoor in a campus building?
Godfrey and Sadra update. You're totally right. I haven't streamed in so long, I forgot about my 2 best friends. Alright, so, Godfrey and Sadra update. So, over the Christmas break, I went back to Iowa. Godfrey and Sadra booked a trip to the Bahamas. They did not invite me, but they had a blast. Apparently, they spent thousands of dollars on a really nice hotel, just like ridiculously expensive booze. And they told me when they came back, they said we had such a good time that we might leave you. So that's kind of what's going on with Godfrey and Sagero right now. It's kind of a bummer. I wish I had better news. But they seem happy. So there's that. I don't remember... Oh man, it's been so long since I played this game. I need to switch the people. The people that are running around. I don't remember how to do that.
It's my turn.
I feel like I have a solid memory of this game, but if I'm doing dumb things, just give me like an hour to get my feet wet again. But I think we'll be okay. We're still pretty much in the tutorial. Okay, so these guys are really weak to fire. Which I don't think we have. We do have fire. Never mind. But I think it's select while running around. Okay. Do you guys ever have that with games where you play so many games and you don't even think about the controls? You just kind of do it. You don't really associate the action with a button in your head. And so when you take a break, you pick it up and it's like, I know I can do this, but I don't remember which specific button it is. Alright, let's see what arts we have for him. Okay, so no fire here. Maybe we can just do decent damage with this, because that'll hit both of them. Yeah. That was decent damage. Well done! I think he has pretty shit for magic, right? Yeah. But his regular attack, that shotgun, that spread, it's pretty good. I do enjoy the name Ben's Dojo for whenever you do Tekken 7 streams. That's a good name. Ben's Dojo is really nice and simple. I think it's better than, like, Ben Gets Good. Much better. We're taking a lot of damage here, everybody. We're gonna have, I wonder instead of doing an art that just hits one enemy, if even though we do less damage, we just hit a whole bunch of dudes. That probably seems right.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
And again, there, I think I should have done his one that attacks everybody in a line. I need to heal real bad.
Give it up, everyone.
It's my turn.
That didn't kill him. He's got like 1 hit point left. What a bummer. Ben's Dojo sounds like a Neo stream for the weekend. Yeah, so somebody asked me right before I did the stream, have you downloaded the last Neo demo? Which was also sprung on us, and I haven't yet.
It's my turn.
I really do want to stream that. We've had such a good time streaming Neo together. Let's see, can I... Sorry guys, getting distracted by battle. That... I don't want to make any promises because I am legitimately really busy this week. But maybe we can do a stream of that. I should actually go download that. I should go download it right this second. Is it up? Is it up on the store?
My turn.
Chat, you'll have to help me out. Trails of Cold Steel. This is Trails of Cold Steel. Yes, it is. Getting back into the swing of things. 2 of our characters leveled up.
Right.
Making good progress.
Nice.
Will you delete it when you're done? If you want me to. For the feel good times. Okay, so it's not... Okay, it's L1. That's how you switch the people.
It's my turn. Leave it to me. Eat that.
Let's just run around
Eat that.
shooting our shotgun at people.
Eat that.
Let's turn this into a shooter. Yeah, those vantages are so important.
Let's go.
We'll just get to annihilate them before they can even do anything. Alright, so they don't like fire either. Fire bolted up!
It's my turn.
Okay, that did more damage than I thought it was going to do. The fire will take care of the one on the left.
Leave it to me.
Easy fight. No
Leave it to
problem.
me. Together, we're unbeatable.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so somebody's trying to give me a link to Neo. Yeah. I'll just probably download it after the stream. I don't want to deal with it right this second, but I appreciate the effort. Ben, thank you so much for continuing the series. Good, I'm glad you guys... You know, JRPGs are hard to stream, and I hope we can make this somewhat entertaining. And I thought we could do that by just hanging out, having a conversation. We talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Usually that ends up being anime, but it doesn't have to be. Ben, have you finished Cold Steel 1? It's from your tweets, it seemed like you were far in that game. No, I haven't. And to be honest with you, I haven't made it all that far. The farthest I've gotten is probably 20 hours. So all of this stuff I've seen before. But no, I wouldn't say I've gotten incredibly far in Cold Steel 1. I'm sorry if I gave that impression. Not my intent. Meeting the ladies, she's still mad that we fell on top of her. And we're going to have to hear about this joke for a while.
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the four of you are unharmed as well.
Well, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down now.
Despite the fact that he wields a shotgun, we're going to have to keep tabs, everybody. We're going to have to tally our favorites. Despite the fact that he wields a shotgun, I think Machias is my least favorite at the moment. Could change. Could change.
At any rate, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet, have I?
My name is Blue Haired Girl. Laura's top 3, I think, for sure. She's just seems like somebody you could hang out with. That wouldn't make too much drama in your life. I think it's always a good thing.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Huh. LeGrand. That's down on the southeastern outskirts of the Empire, isn't it?
Correct. It's an old castle town on the shores of Lake Ebble. We're connected to the rest of the country by train, but other than that, it's a fairly remote region.
So what I've heard, Trails of Cold Steel and the Legend of Heroes series does very well. Again, I haven't finished any of them, but world building, and by that they pay like a lot of attention to, like, I am from this area, here's how this area is connected to the rest of the world, and really fleshing it out that way. And I think that's really cool, because you don't always get that in a JRPG. A lot of times it's just like, here's an amnesiac, here's a character suffering amnesia. They didn't come from anywhere. They have a very tired story. So I like that these characters have locations that matter to them, that you're learning about. That was said a little ineloquently, but I think you get what I'm saying.
That name sounds so familiar. Wait, so your father would be...
Yes, my father is Viscount Arcade, Lord of Legrand. Do you take issue with that?
No, not at all.
You're shutting him down.
Machias.
Don't sass me, Machias.
I can only speak for myself, but I don't feel I've ever done anything to bring shame upon myself in Adios' eyes. And I fully believe the same to be true of my father.
Please, I meant no offense. I'm sorry if I, say, I don't believe we've been introduced.
I don't know how I feel about Emma yet. I haven't gotten a strong enough sense of her personality. She seems very, very shy, very bookish. You know,
Like
I
Laura,
identify those
I'm
traits
from a
within
distant
myself,
region
but
of
I need a little bit more,
I
Emma.
was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship, in fact. It's very nice to meet you.
A scholarship? Indeed. Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam.
Machias is such a little... I'm assuming you mean bitch there. That's what it's asterisks out, but I'm assuming you mean bitch. I have the same read on Machias as well.
I think I was outdone. Why a girl no less? You must be quite the prodigy.
And see, Machias is upset that a girl is smarter than him. That just seems wrong.
Maybe it seems like it now, but...
Bye,
really,
Ibosho.
I'm not. I don't have any training in the martial arts either, so this is the weapon they recommended for me.
Oh, cool. You got an orbital staff too.
Now we're friends for life.
Yours looks different from mine, though.
Huh, so it does. I wonder if it's just cosmetic.
I really need to clear things up with her, but what do I say? Just say sorry and move
Is
on with your
something
life,
the matter?
man.
We're all acquainted now. It's only proper that you introduce yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Alisa!
I'm Lisa R. from Ruhr.
I want my last name to just be a letter.
It's a pleasure to meet almost all of you.
Ben M.
Alisa.
Ruhr, huh? What's it like living there? There's probably a new technological breakthrough every week.
The Rhineford Company is based in Ruhr, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
So, hey,
It's kind of funny because the way that they're talking to each other is so adult. Like, oh, they have the big industry over there, right? Like, it just sounds like a very adult businessman thing to say. You know, they are very intellectual kids, I suppose, but it's still a little funny.
I guess that bow must have been in that case you had with you when we first met, right? I've never seen one like it. Is there some kind of orbital mechanism built in?
There is, but I don't see how that's any of your business.
Ouch.
He's just asking about your boat.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas on what to do now?
They're products of their parents, Ben, people of the world. Yeah, that makes sense. Totally. I buy that.
We've all run into each other wandering around. How about we stick together?
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to travel alone. You may require protection.
You needn't to be concerned about that.
Once again, Laura shutting Machias down, shooting straight to the top. I need to download the soundtrack. I've not done that yet.
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us.
That is a big-ass sword. Oh my goodness.
For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups. There are still 2 of us who remain unaccounted for.
This is good writing music,
That's
I
right.
think.
We still haven't run into that silver-haired girl.
In that case, 2 teams means double the chance to find them. 2 teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions. How's that sound?
I have no objections. So,
Let me just put
shall we be off?
this 10-foot sword into my skirt, and then we'll go.
All right. We'll see the 4 of you later then.
That's a sword that demands respect, indeed.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
It was clearly an accident. Everyone could see that. But I don't suppose it makes any difference to her.
It
Still,
should.
is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this?
Gaius is second only to Laura in terms of sheer strength. That's an interesting comparison. They should fight. They should have a battle. I bet Laura would win, but it would be a good fight.
There are 4 of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them. I don't think we have anything to worry about as long as Laura's with her. She really wears her skill on her sleeve. I doubt she drags around a sword that big just for show.
I really like Gaius as well. Much like Laura, Gaius doesn't seem like he would cause any problems for you. Seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. Very chill. I like Gaius. Gaius is up there in the rankings.
It's certainly an enormous blade. I'd call it comically huge if it didn't look so dangerous. But at the end of the day, a lady is a lady.
She's taller and sturdier than I am. Though I admit it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that beast of a sword.
I do appreciate that they're reacting to the sword and just how stupidly big it is. They didn't just let that slide.
I'll bet she can whip it around without breaking a sweat.
Anyone that can rock a tie is okay by me. Yeah. You know, I like ties. I never wear them. But I agree. It's a good look. I need to put this
The Arcite
water
School of
somewhere it's not
Swordsmanship
covering the
serves as
screen.
a general basis for the techniques used by knights throughout the Empire. And her father, the Viscount, is arguably the strongest swordsman in the country. People call him the Radiant Blade Master. I doubt any
I am
of
the
other
Radiant
students here
Blade
could even
Master.
stand their ground against her in combat, much less beat her.
Wow.
This is why she's OP.
Interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
No to all ties. That's a funny thing to say, Blood.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Reen. A hobby of yours?
I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory. At any rate, how about we pick up the search? I'm worried about that silver-haired girl, and we still need to track down Duke Albarea's son, too.
That's true.
I couldn't care less what happens to that pompous ass. Get brought down.
Machias, you gotta settle down, man.
Come on now. That's no way to treat someone you just met.
Somebody said Machias will grow on me, and I don't doubt that. But it's really fun to hate him right now.
I feel a little wind blowing from the east. But the
Alright.
exit's that way.
We're gonna get the triple advantage on this fool. That's right, turn around. That's right. There's nothing like RP walking to shoot somebody in the back. No, come on. We gotta get lucky, I think. Because I can't predict when they're going to turn around. Alright. Wait. This is a game within itself. Yeah, we got it. It's okay to hate Machias till the end, too, Ben? Alright, that's good. I am having a lot of fun with it, so...
My turn.
If it could just stay. So weak to fire, right? Yep. And a fire spell from Reen here can take out one of them. Now, since we got that little bit of damage on the advantage.
All right.
And then we'll just beat up the rest of them. We probably don't even need to cast a spell since we get so many moves before they can act.
It's my turn.
And the shotgun just messes them up. Yep.
It's my turn.
Anything that explodes into crystals is okay by me. Give me the crystals.
Did it.
Cool that it's got an ambush system with personas. I can get behind this. It looks cool. Yeah, it does. And kind of as you saw there, it's a little bit trickier to set up than other JRPGs that have ambush systems. I think you gotta earn it a little bit more, which I like. Not like dramatically or anything like that, but it's just a little bit. So let's do some things. Here's the small. Okay. How do I open these slots again? I don't remember how I open the slots. You have to go to a shopkeeper and then you pay them to open the slots? We got a sub! Mr. Fire! Is that Fuchs or Fox? I don't know. Mr. Fire Fox. Just subscribe with Twitch Prime. I'm sorry if that's not your name. I'm sorry if my mind is just immediately going to a bad place. But thank you so much for subscribing. Here are some Sophies and a little hype. A little hype to start the day. We're getting close to that. You go to a vendor. Okay. Yep. That wonderful vendor who they called Chubby, and I think that's really mean. But yeah, we go to him. And we'll get there quickly. We're not too far off from that. Ben, you missed 20 subs? I missed 20 subs? Oh my goodness, I missed so many subs. You're right. Thank you, chat. Just getting absorbed in battle. Alright. So, Sivorn just subscribed with Twitch Prime 7 months in a row. Thank you so much. The Classiest Hobo, great name. Just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Patrick Star 07. We're getting a lot of subs today. This is great. I feel like I need more than Sophie's. I feel like I need the combined power of Sophie and a lot of Huber. It's the only thing that can make this right. Yeah, you pay crystals at a shop or use save points to lock slots. Okay. Cool. The other thing, we were talking about not remembering the buttons for certain actions. I totally thought I used the...
It's my turn. Right. Go.
I totally thought I used Elliot here against these guys. Okay, I do. Some mechanical things in JRPGs I think are really easy to forget, but what's really tough for me, more than anything, specifically with JRPGs, is I forget names. I will recognize a character, I'll know their story, I'll, you know, all of that stuff, but I won't remember their name. Like, there are RPGs that I've played that I love, where there are several prominent characters that I just completely forgotten about. Is that just me? Is that just Forgetful Ben? Or is that somewhat common?
Leave it to me.
Does this do anything? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I remembered all of Class 7, but normally I don't. I do feel like I will stick... Class 7 will stick with me more than most.
Leave it to me.
How about in real life? Oh, that's the thing. That's a good point to bring up. I'm terrible with it in real life, too. There are conversations where I've had people tell me their names 3 different times, and then we'll end the conversation, and I just, nope, the name is gone. Just cannot retain names for whatever reason. Seems like a very important skill in this line of work, so I need to get better at it. Let me shoot these rocks at you.
My turn. Arcus, activate.
Right.
The enemies won't follow you past a certain point on the map. When they stop, wait near them. Literally, you can be right beside them and then hit them when it's around. Okay, so I knew that they won't follow you for that long, but I am getting too far away from them, I think. So, that's good advice. It's good advice.
It's my turn.
Duty Truman says, I have a bad habit of forgetting that Chie and Yukiko exist in Persona 4 because my bros Teddy, Kanji, and Yosuke are always in my team. Yeah, so that is part of it as well, is if you're not in my party, it makes it much, much, much worse, for obvious reasons. I am out of EP. I've not been managing my EP well. But there's a save point for the boss, so that's not a big deal. And everybody else has a lot of
Let's keep going.
EP. Do I have any items that... Yeah, I do. I do have items that will recover my EP.
All right, leave it to me.
I've got this.
Nintendo just went live, Fire Emblem Direct in 30 minutes. Anyone watching, reacting live. So I'm going to be watching it, and you guys can watch it with me if you so choose. But I probably won't set that up until 5 minutes before it happens. So, like, 1:55, we'll have that going.
What's wrong?
More monsters?
No, not monsters.
It's our friends!
You're pretty sure.
Ben, impressions on the Tales of Berseria demo. I have a lot to say about the Tales of Berseria demo, but let's have this story bit go through first.
It's the silver-haired girl.
Gaius is the best bro in this game. I totally buy that.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Though it looks like there was nothing to worry about in the first place.
Nope. I'm small and quick. These things can't lay a finger on me.
I like her a lot too.
Oh yeah. Fee Clausel. That's my name. You're just over halfway through. Keep it up.
She's got a good sense of humor. She's very capable in combat. These are good qualities.
Hey, wait!
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
I'll be fine. I'm used to this. See you at the end.
I'm used to being underneath schoolhouses. Yo, Ninja Gaiden, what's up?
What just happened? Wow.
She certainly wasn't fibbing about being quick on her feet. Guess we really don't need to worry about her.
Yeah, now I'm more convinced than ever that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I love how they keep being impressed by these people. And they're like, yeah, we don't match up to that at all. So Tales of Berseria. Good. I'll say the good things before I say the bad things. I should fight everybody, shouldn't I? I should fight everyone. Alright. So we'll stick close to them, as person suggested. Yep. So they're totally right. That makes it easy. Alright. Getting advantages will be much, much easier than what the garbage that we've been doing.
Here we go.
It's my turn.
My turn. Is everybody okay?
That went very quickly. Tales of Berseria. So I really like the combat a lot based on what I've seen. I have not mastered it. I haven't dug into every nuance of it. But how you have to think, like, you're very limited on the amount of actions that you can perform and how you use those crystals that you have. I think it could be really fun. In a way that the Systeria combat system was not all that demanding. So I'm excited for that. I think the combat is going in the right direction. And I can't say anything about the story because a demo obviously doesn't give you a great impression of that. However, I did not like... I'm pretty forgiving when it comes to English voice acting, I believe. And I did not like the English voice acting at all in the demo. Like, I am playing that in Japanese, 110%. I thought it was horrid. And I do think the game looks a little dated. I was expecting a little bit more, but that graphics are not a huge deal to me, so that won't be too much of a bummer. It's just a question about the story, I think, and if it'd actually be worthwhile. There are not that many Tales stories that I think even remotely fondly of, however. I'm really there for the battle system, and I'm excited by what I've seen in Berseria. So, yeah. I'm thinking about doing a launch day stream
My turn.
of Berseria. Maybe doing like a 4-hour stream of that,
It's my turn.
if you guys would be into it.
Right. Eat that. Here we go.
What are your thoughts on the English voice acting for Persona 5? Great question. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I can say this. I definitely don't love it yet. From what I've seen in the trailers, which it's always weird to judge, I think, the quality of a dub based on a trailer. But from what I have seen in the trailer, I'm not in love with it. Right now, I'm leaning towards playing in Japanese. Just because there's something about the characters that sounds a little bit unnatural and a little bit off to me. But I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's terrible in the same way that I think the Berseria voices are terrible. So I'm open to giving it a chance, but right now I'll probably play through in Japanese. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but those are my thoughts on the English voice acting so far. I'm just gonna go sub for safety. Never a bad idea, and to be fair, it's really nice that they give that option. That was almost not the case with Persona.
Come on. Rain!
Wait for me!
The voices in Japanese are perfect. I've heard a lot of the Japanese voice acting because I have an import version of that game. I've played a demo in Japanese. I've watched all the Japanese trailers, and so I am really used to the Japanese voices for Persona 5, and they do seem to fit really, really well.
Incredible.
So yeah, it's going to be hard to separate that.
That was really something.
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us. I take it that's another school of Imperial swordsmanship?
Right. That's court fencing, an agile style favored by the nobility. And judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
Huh? That anime battle cry.
Did you need something?
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Ben, please tell me you don't think the English Breath of the Wild voices are better than the Japanese. Again, I'm just judging based on trailers, but no, I like the Japanese voices better in Breath of the Wild so far.
I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
I'm Elliot Craig.
Guys, Warzel. Nice to meet you.
Somebody said Japanese voices are always perfect, and I don't agree with that. I don't think they're always amazing. But I do think it is probably safe to say that in general with anime and role-playing games that they are generally preferable. They seem to be a little bit more natural.
I've already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Eustace Albarea. And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help.
So, Eustace is also a dick. Like Machias. But I think the reason Eustace doesn't bother me is he doesn't whine. Like, he's arrogant. And he's kind of standoffish to other people. But he doesn't complain the way Machias does. So I'm going to give Eustace the edge here in our popularity contest.
I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good boy. truly the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening noble such as myself would be far too proud to do such a thing.
Japanese voices are not always perfect. See Teddy from Persona 4. Yeah, I completely agree with that. That is a great example, Hunter Jawa. I do not like Teddy in Japanese. I actually prefer the English Teddy, not by leaps and bounds. I'm not in love with the English Teddy better, but yeah, I like it better than the Japanese Teddy, for sure.
What the hell is your problem?
I also really like the English voice actress for Mitsuru, Persona 3. Excellent job.
Those really are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. And you're not just a garden variety noble either. House Alberea is one of the highest ranking in the country.
Copter Skate says, "Do people like Japanese voices because they can't tell what they are saying?" I think that's part of it. I think some people are in the mindset that, you know, because it was the language it was created in, that it just seems to fit. And there are times where you can, even if you can't understand the language, you can sense tone and presentation and delivery, like all of these things. But I do think part of it is also because people can't understand it, and so things that may be grating are less grating. Definitely think that's part of it.
I'll bet you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
You're one to talk. I don't need a lecture in rank from the son of the Imperial Governor.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnitz sounded familiar.
Karl Regnitz, the first commoner ever to hold the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first
Oops.
of this
Sorry, I skipped that a little
strong
bit.
young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block. Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything?
As far as the English dub goes, so far my favorite voice is Morgana in Persona 5.
Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work. Don't you go lumping him in with you nepotists who get your titles handed to you just for being born.
Machias, we're really not so different. I promise.
Perish the thought. No, I mainly just regard your father as a reformist, and a close friend of the Chancellor at that. And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction, led by none other than the four great houses. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems rather cheap, wouldn't you say?
You son of a...
Magius, don't do it.
We're always... Yeah, sorry, Machias. We're shutting you down.
I know he's taunting you, but lashing out at him isn't going to solve anything.
Stone Cold Stunner.
And Eustace, don't you think that was a little uncalled for?
I am not into wrestling yet, but I just feel like if I'm around Huber long enough, I will become this wrestling mega fan. I don't know if I'm ready to accept that reality. Like, it's going to happen, it's inevitable, but I don't know if that's a positive or negative timeline.
I wasn't the one who started this.
Let me... Damn it, just let me go already! Sorry, okay? Just leave me alone for a while. You guys should just go on ahead with him.
Oh,
Start with Japanese wrestling and eventually you become that.
I think you went a little too far, Eustace.
Huber wants to show me something, some Japanese wrestling thing.
Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Perhaps I was a bit out of line. It would seem I still have much to learn.
huh?
You look shocked. Why?
Well, you're the son of Duke Alberea, right? I wasn't expecting the son of a noble to admit he was wrong. Wait, no, that came out wrong. I'm sorry.
No, just say it. It came out right. You're just surprised.
There's no need to address me so formally. We may come from different social spheres, but here at this academy, we're supposed to be on equal standing.
That's right.
Or so the idea goes, anyway.
Meritocracy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yes, I'm with you all the way there.
Is class really that big a deal here in the Empire?
Ben, start with Up Up Down Down YouTube channel so you can see the wrestlers. They're all hella likable, then watch them on TV after. So I like Austin Creed a lot. I subscribe to Up Up Down Down. I think that guy's really cool. He's a positive force. If we could get Austin Creed on Frame Trap, that is not a promise, that is a wish. Let me make that clear right now. I would be awesome. I bet he would be the best guest. He would have so much energy. He'd have so much to talk about. And just seeing his love of Final Fantasy is really endearing as well.
It is. This country has a long history, and the class system has been one of its central institutions for most of that. So what are you going to do, Eustace? Makia said to go with you, but I don't want to press you into coming along if you don't want to.
I was intending to press on to the exit by myself.
Tomahawk KK just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Tomahawk. Here are some wonderful sobies. And what emote are we going to give you? Probably the last one before the Fire Emblem. Let's give you a Godfrey. I don't use this enough. He's my best friend.
But I'd prefer not to mimic the actions of his ilk, so I'll accompany you.
What? I'm just surprised we're worthy of your company. I mean, I'm looking forward to having you on the team.
Let's just go with that.
We should get moving then.
As always, you guys know this by now, but a friendly reminder. If I do miss a sub, please let me know. I love that you guys are so excited for this Fire Emblem Direct. You're getting me excited. Yay, Makius left the party, and Eustace joined the party. It's a good outcome. Alright. Hopefully there is a save... I think there is a save point coming up. We might skip some fights just so we can get there. Get set up before the Fire Emblem Direct happens.
This seems kind of imposing. I don't know how to break the ice.
He's just this fellow student. You're not... Elliot, you're not going out with him. You don't have to be so nervous. I would be really nervous, though. Like, if I was Elliot, I would act the same way. And so it's just nice being able to tell him what he should do. Cold Steel's a good dub, but Elisa is iffy. The localization is really good. The voice acting is decent. But the localization itself is really good. Alright, we're gonna come back, everybody, for chess and stuff. Because I think there's a save point up here before the boss. So, remind me, after the direct, to come back. And it's not, we can just save at any time, but I wanted to rest. I wanted a rest point so I can get the EP back. But yeah, we can just save at any time. That was a dumb thing to say. Alright, we'll just overwrite this. Well, I guess we've got about 5 minutes. Maybe we can go get that chest after all. Ben, what are you more excited for, Warriors or Mobile? Not knowing anything about either of them, it's hard to say. I do have a prejudice against mobile gaming, and I did not enjoy Super Mario Run all that much. I know a lot of people did. I did not. So I guess Warriors, just because I do think Omega Force has done some interesting things with the various properties that it's worked on recently. But I'm open to the idea of my opinion changing.
I feel like we've simply been running in circles
during the stream.
You might be right. Maybe we should check where we are on the map.
Way to be hunters. Let's go. Go. There. It's my turn.
well.
Go!
Right.
Very well.
Leave it to me. Go!
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Reen's Master Quartz assures quick CP regen, so using crafts on him is a smart move. That's a really good tip. Thank you, Minimic. We just need more crafts for him to use, period. Alright, let's get this chest, which is behind us. We'll save again. Then we'll do up some Fire Emblem Direct!
Oh, a treasure chest.
Cool. Alright. Let's get set, everybody. Let me open the Nintendo Twitch real quick. How is this not the top channel? Okay. All right, so the bulk of the screen is going to go black for a second, everybody. I'm going to try to do this without ending the stream. Okay. So apologies for that. There we go. Can you guys see the presentation? Okay. I'm going to pull up chat on my phone here. It's going to be easier for me to interact with you guys since I'm doing all this through my computer. Let me take out these headphones so you don't get the echo of the music into the microphone. I should change... Hold on a second, everybody. I should change the title of the stream. Easier for me to interact with you guys. Turn on the webcam. Oh, I know what is the problem. The webcam is on, you guys, but it's just not... There we go. So the webcam's up there. Let me change the title. Dashboard. All right. That's updated. If you can't see the title being updated, just refresh. All right. There we go. Sorry you had to see all that, everybody, but we should all be set up now. Let me put my headphones in, actually, so we can actually hear what's going on. How long do we predict this to be? 30 minutes? 45 minutes? 30 minutes seems right. Actually, I need to test the audio, so let me open up another stream. Let me know if you guys can hear this. It doesn't matter what stream we open. We'll just open a Hearthstone stream.
Prep Eviscerate, kill
Can
something.
you guys
and play
hear
a big
this Hearthstone stream?
Which may be, sort of looking at their hand, one of their sort of best tools to get back into this game.
Let's go ahead and
Let
take
me
a
know if
listen
you can
into
hear the
Tempo Storm
audio,
to see
and
if
then we'll
they're
be
trying
good to
to
go.
formulate some sort of game plan in this Rogue Mirror match.
No, I just fan next to him, if I need it. If he does nothing, I do nothing.
Audio good.
So
Okay,
if he
great.
sucks.
We can close this silly Hearthstone then. All right, now we can just chat. How do you guys feel about the Fire Emblem mobile game? Is that something you're excited about? Is that something you have faith in? I'm worried about microtransactions because you think about Fire Emblem and the systems that are in there and how easy they are to monetize. Unless they kind of follow what they did with Super Mario Run, where for the most part it is a pay a flat fee type of system. No hype. Okay, we're getting a lot of negativity on Fire Emblem Mobile. Backseat Bosman, it's a mobile game. Might be the best comment so far. Zengamer Max, let's be positive. I do appreciate that enthusiasm, but if people are down, I want you to be able to express it. So Five Thin Line says that he's mad on the mobile game, not really interested in the mobile game, but he's hyped for Fire Emblem Warriors. I want to know, I have my own reasons for being interested, and I've already kind of talked about them for why I'm excited about Fire Emblem Warriors, but why are you guys excited about Fire Emblem Warriors? It's interesting to see kind of the narrative of Muso games change, because when it was just primarily Dynasty Warriors, I think there was a lot more negativity. Not in the early PS2 days. I think Dynasty Warriors got a lot of love in the early PS2 days, but later on, the tide turned on it based on what I saw. Again, it's not really concrete evidence. Being overly negative out of ignorance is always a mistake. Be skeptical instead. Well said. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Just trashing on it without really having information is pretty dumb. But there's nothing wrong with being skeptical. I'm always okay with more Fire Emblem, so long as it's not some cheap money grab. How did you guys feel about Fire Emblem Fates? I have a lot of opinions on Fire Emblem Fates. By and large, I think those games are excellent. How they kind of divided the storylines themselves, I take a little bit of issue with, but actually playing through those games was quite fun. This just makes me want another full-blown Fire Emblem game, and I really want a Fire Emblem Switch game. You know, they've done Fire Emblem on consoles, they've done Fire Emblem on handhelds. Being able to take a Fire Emblem with you on the go, but also having the option to play it on a TV, like, what a perfect fit. Almost Monster Hunter levels of perfect for the Switch. Hinoka, best waifu. Here we go, everybody! Alright, I'll shut up. We got a trailer incoming. Just real quick, let me know if there are audio issues. We're kind of doing this in a rush.
Welcome to Fire Emblem Direct, your destination for news and updates on multiple new Fire Emblem titles. War looms, so prepare for battle by arming yourself with information on the many quests ahead. The first begins now.
This voice. Ooh.
昔々、ドーマとミラの2人の神様が長い長い間争っていました。
ねえ、どうしてドーマとミラ様は仲良くできなかったのかしら。
僕たちはずっと仲良しでいようね。
ごめんなさいって謝ったら許してね。
This is the mobile game, right? I'm just getting those vibes. It is a cute style, I agree with you, Kenny Coated Thorns. The earth split, the seas parted, and the heavens themselves threatened to come tumbling down. The battle transcended any that history had yet known. The Book of Lentian Revelations, Chapter 15. Ben tricks me into watching anime.
かつてこの地上に神と呼ばれる存在があった。バレンシアと呼ばれるこの大地にもローマとミラという二柱の兄弟神があった。力こそ全てと信じるドーマは人々が堕落することを許さず、生き物たちが自由に遊び戯れる楽園を夢見る
They're stealing the tabletop escapade storyline.
激しく争っていた。長い長い暗黒の時を経て彼らの間に一つの盟約が結ばれた。大地を二つに分かち、北をドーマ、南をミラの支配とし、決して互いの地を侵さぬこととし、ようやくバレンシアに平穏が訪れたのだった。そして幾千年の時が流れた。ミラの支配する南部地方に生まれたソフィア王国。女神のもたらす愛と豊かさによって人々は満たされ繁栄を極めていた。だが限りない実りに甘えたソフィアの民は腐敗し堕落と大敗にまみれていた。ローマの支配する北部地方に生まれたリゲル帝国。厳しい自然の中で人々は神の説く激しさと強さを求めながらたくましく生きていた。だが強靭さと引き換えにリゲルの民からは人の持つ優しさが忘れられていった。それぞれに矛盾をはらんだままに時は流れ、今バレンシアの歴史は戦乱とともに再び動き始めるのである。
Echoes.
Soon, the glorious past will be reborn as Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. This game is inspired by the second installment in the series, Fire Emblem Gaiden, which released exclusively in Japan in 1992. While the art is very much of its time, it helped to define the series' signature style. Gaiden stands out from other games in the series thanks to its unique gameplay system, which puts clever twists on strategy conventions and mixes in some exploration in towns and dungeons.
Huber's excited. Towns.
As for Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, it reimagines
3DS?
Gaiden on a grander scale.
Wait a minute. Are we getting a real video game?
The dual protagonists, Alm and Celica, will join others locked in a tragic war dividing the continent of Valentia, which the developers have recreated from the ground up. The conflict will come to life even in cutscenes created by Studio Kara. In fact, every aspect of Gaiden's presentation has been updated. Free roaming. Dungeons crawling with enemies.
Whoa! Whoa! You just walk around in third person? In a dungeon? Okay, that's pretty cool.
Flexible character progression. Everything that made Fire Emblem Gaiden unique is here. It's classic Fire Emblem gameplay with a twist.
Screw the mobile game, this is all I need. This looks so good.
Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia will launch on the Nintendo 3DS family of systems May 19th.
That's not that far.
Alongside the game,
Oh,
amiibo
look at
figures
those
of
amiibo!
Alm and Celica will march onto store shelves.
Okay.
We'll have more to announce in the future.
Okay.
On the distant horizon, another full-scale war is mounting. That's right.
Warriors, here we go!
A brand new Fire Emblem game is coming to Nintendo Switch.
It's
it will
just...
mark the series' first return to home systems since 2008's Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn on the Wii console.
They're doing
But
the
with
thing.
Nintendo Switch, the home console experience of Fire Emblem won't be confined to your house. Look forward to a planned 2018 release.
2019 then, but
This just
still.
in from the front lines. A crossover between Koei Tecmo Games' Warriors series and Fire Emblem. And the full trailer includes scenes that weren't in last week's reveal. Take a look.
Guys, this direct is hitting very, very good notes. Give me in-game shots, man. Here we go! Oh, looking good. What's up, Prom? Very Muso, but that's expected. Yep. Okay, just confirmed that it's everything that you think it is.
Still not ready for battle?
Okay.
Then listen up. The game is being developed not only for Nintendo Switch, but also for new Nintendo 3DS systems.
Interesting.
Look out for Koei Tecmo's Fire Emblem Warriors, brought to you by the team behind Hyrule Warriors, in fall of 2017.
That is very interesting. I have things to say about that, but we'll wait until the end.
Now for a lesson in truly mobile defense. To battle!
Protagonists? Is that a gun? We're on mobile, so we brought guns? This music is crazy too. Ooh. Returning characters. What? Okay, alright. I'm in. Is it just an extension of Fates? Oh,
You
okay.
just saw the
Not to
opening
mention.
of the first ever Fire Emblem game for smart devices. In this tactical RPG, you'll wage strategic battles in the fantasy world of Fire Emblem and level up beloved series characters as you throw down the gauntlet anytime, anywhere. And you're in luck. You've been summoned to battle.
When they say
Fate
heroes,
has
I
brought
immediately
two
think of
warring
Brave
kingdoms
Exvius.
together in a bitter clash. The Emblem Empire plans to conquer every world it collides with, while the Askren Kingdom stands against them, determined to end their tyranny. Now, the Kingdom of Asker faces total destruction. As a summoner, you must call upon Fire Emblem heroes from throughout history to unite as one army. You'll encounter a mix of new combatants and legendary heroes. Some will become your allies, while others will become enemy generals and take arms against you. It's an epic quest in the palm of your hand. Each map is an 8x6 grid designed to fit on a smartphone screen. That way you can enjoy the full majesty of tactical role-playing, even when playing in short bursts.
I don't know how I feel about that in-game art, you guys.
To attack, simply drag an ally until it overlaps with an enemy. Or, as in previous Fire Emblem games, you can select a location on the screen to move there, and then select your action. It's your army, so lead them your way.
As you will.
If you manage to defeat every enemy on a given map, victory will be yours. While the controls are simple, many challenging maps will require you to take full advantage of your terrain and plan your moves carefully to achieve victory. Fire Emblem fans will find the battle intensity they've come to expect from the series. You'll notice some important symbols above each of your heroes. These are attributes, keys to success in battle, and each character has their own. Take note, summoners. Red is strong against green. Green is strong against blue. And blue is strong against red. Veterans will recognize this as the signature weapon triangle system of Fire Emblem. Even the bravest of Fire Emblem heroes would do best to avoid attacks from enemies with dominant attributes.
I will not fail!
Gods! It seems playing to your strengths is of
Bye-bye,
dire
Crom.
importance.
You dead.
Using an item called an orb, you can summon a hero to claim as your ally. Orbs can be acquired during gameplay, or through additional purchases at the shop. Now, let's summon a hero.
So very
The coloring
Grand
of
Blue
these
Fantasy,
5 randomly generated
Great Exvius
summoning
style.
stones represent the attributes of the heroes you can summon. That means you can try to supplement the attributes lacking in your current army. Or you can select a summoning stone of a certain color to call upon heroes with the attributes you desire. Continue summoning, and the number of orbs required to summon a hero will lessen.
Spend more money.
On this first summon, I'm crossing my fingers for Long Ku.
Are they really trying to...
the timid dancer Olivia. Can't rely on dancing all the time.
Alright.
Okay, I might get that sword on my next try, so let's try summoning again. When you repeatedly summon, you can save on the number of orbs you need to use, so that's a bonus too. Excellent! Yes! The stoic swordsman Long Ku. Most warriors never learn their limits, and Long Ku is a shining example. The heroes are depicted in brand new art, hand-drawn by a variety of illustrators, and their voices have been newly recorded.
Hey, Lynn.
There
like
is
Lynn a lot.
power fathomless within my pendant. I've taken a real interest in you.
Captivated by
Capitalizing
my
on that
style and
lethargia
grace?
fandom.
Of course you are.
Shall we chat? Just for a while. I know you have plenty to do.
They're gonna include people from other games, right?
The number of stars allocated to each hero denotes their strength.
That's for sure gonna happen. And Ariana Grande at some point.
You may encounter multiple versions of the same character, but higher star counts can mean higher stats, better weapons, and better skills. Okay, let's add Long Ku to the party and head into battle. Fear not. Long Ku is an expert swordsman. Oh. Gods. Such tragedy.
Ha.
I'm afraid our fledgling Long Ku has a great deal to learn. There's much to explore outside of the main quest, such as the training tower, where heroes can gain ample experience and rewards through combat. There are many ways to battle, and each will level up your heroes while offering new challenges. As heroes gain combat experience, players can use the rewards they've earned to learn new skills, to level up heroes, and even to increase their star rating. Even heroes who begin with fewer stars can earn more through battling in special materials. Over time, it's possible for heroes to max out at 5 stars. As you can see, our Long Ku is already growing in strength at a rapid pace. Hero battles are timed encounters in which you'll battle against a selected hero. Win the battle, and the defeated hero will become your ally. Sometimes, an extremely powerful hero may appear, such as the Scarlet Swordsman Navarre. Since when does a swordsman of his caliber fall in with thieves and cutthroats? Though, if you're willing to pay for his services with your life, consider yourself the high bidder. And with that, Navarre will lend his sword to your cause. But
takes him down
it won't be
immediately.
easy. These battles are truly heroic undertakings. From Lon'qu and Navarre, to Marth and Corinth, to allies you've yet to meet, a legion of friends, new and old, will unite under a common banner. Fight together, level up, and grow in strength. Soon, the battle goes mobile in Fire Emblem Heroes. Please
February
stay tuned.
2nd? First on Google Play.
To help you get ready for
That's
launch,
huge.
We're opening up the official Fire Emblem Heroes Choose Your Legends event. Starting today, you can visit the website to browse through characters from the Fire Emblem franchise and select the ones that you'd like to see make an appearance in Fire Emblem Heroes. Then, the global community's top-ranked hero and heroine
That's a smart
will be
idea.
featured in Fire Emblem Heroes as Choose Your Legends event characters. Marth, Tiki, Seliph, Roy, Lynn, Erica, Ike, Crom, Corin, Navarre, Lon'qu, Valadar, and Niles.
Lynn for
Who will
sure.
you choose?
No contest.
Remember, choose your legends on the official website, which will go live today. For Nintendo account holders, you'll receive a platinum point bonus for voting.
That's really smart too. First on Google Play. Wow. I'm gonna have to borrow Ian's phone.
Our journey today may be over, but there are many quests ahead.
Okay, so there's about
Till
20
we
minutes.
meet in battle.
Very quick, very focused. All right. Very interesting presentation. Let's do a little bit of back and forth here. I'll put the game back on. Just one second. Okay, so what did everybody think? I have a lot of thoughts. Opening with Fire Emblem Echoes instead of the mobile game or the Warriors game, I think was an extremely smart choice. Nobody was expecting that. I haven't seen any reports of that. That's huge. I was going to say before the presentation, and I didn't get around to it, that, you know, outside of Shadow Dragon, there are a lot of Fire Emblems that we haven't gotten a chance to play, and so remaking them in that way on 3DS looks awesome. And I think it says something about the 3DS, right? Like, they're... a lot of talk before the Switch came out was they're going to super consolidate their games into kind of one platform, and that's not what we're seeing right now. They're saying, nope, the 3DS is very much alive. At least for the foreseeable future, we're really going to heavily support this. And I think a new Fire Emblem game on 3DS says that very loudly, very clearly. Also, as I said during the presentation, they're doing the thing. They're putting Fire Emblem on Switch, even though it's a ways off. Saying it's planned in 2018 is sketchy language. I don't put too much stock in that, but still, I think it is good to get out there and say that, and I think it's okay because you have these other things to lead on. You have this 3DS game that's coming out soon. You have this mobile game that's coming out very, very soon. You've got the Warriors game. And let's talk about the Warriors game. I'm a little bit that's actually probably the thing I'm disappointed the most in. That little snippet that they showed was just basically saying, yep, this is one of those games, and that's fine. I'm not opposed to that, but I was hoping for a little taste of anything that would make this a little bit unique, a little bit different from what we've seen before. To be fair, with every trailer they've done, like with Dragon Quest Heroes or Hyrule Warriors, they don't necessarily do that in a great way, but still, I was hoping for some differentiation. We didn't really get that. The install base is so much larger. I'm assuming you're talking about the 3DS. Yeah, that makes sense. When I'm saying this stuff, I'm not saying I disagree with them. I think it is really smart for them to put a lot of stock in the 3DS. As Kyle said in the upcoming podcast, the 3DS had a really, really strong year. This is, business-wise, this makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. The very last thing, I want to talk about is the Fire Emblem Heroes game. It's fine. As you guys were saying in chat as the presentation was happening, it is very much using that gacha system that you're familiar with. Perhaps in games like Grand Blue Fantasy, like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. That is familiar to Western audiences, is extremely familiar and embraced by Japanese audiences as well. So it's a smart thing for them to do. For me personally, I don't love it. I don't want to go through the hoops of all that, getting heroes and all that stuff. Like, I didn't enjoy it in Mario. It's a different thing, but I didn't enjoy Mario Run, like, constantly doing these Toad rallies to get these characters. Like, it's a carrot on a stick that I don't really like. I want a Fire Emblem game where I go through a really elaborate story. And that's the other thing I want to talk about. These hero storylines, where you're bringing in all these characters from all these different games, those stories always suck. Or I think they always suck. I don't like them. I don't think they've been done well. And I just kind of lament, like, if we had a Fire Emblem on mobile that did have its kind of own cool, unique story that wasn't just this mishmash of characters, I think I would respond to that a little bit more favorably. The art style, I'm not sure how to feel about. People were saying it's cute, and it definitely is cute. I agree with that. It also does kind of have this weird mobile look. It is something that maybe I'll warm up on, but right now I'm not sure how to feel. Another concern, and again, I shouldn't judge this without getting my hands on it first, but the maps looked very, very, very simple. They said during the presentation that it will have the Fire Emblem complexity and intensity that you expect, but I'm not sold on that yet, so we'll have to see. And I brought up other games. I brought up like Grand Blue Fantasy and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and something I will say in its favor is if it does manage to keep the core of Fire Emblem intact, you know, those strategy battles are still fundamentally enjoyable enough on their own, and there aren't, I don't care what anyone says, there's not really too many great Japanese strategy role-playing games on mobile that if they can even get most of that, it'll still be okay. I think I'll respond more favorably to it than say a Mario Run, just because there's more there to dig into. So those are kind of my thoughts on the Direct. I'm sorry I don't have anybody to bounce off of, but, you know, we're doing what we can here. If anybody else has anything that I forgot and wants to bring up a good point, I'd be happy to hear it. We'll do this for probably like 2-3 minutes. Then we'll get back to Trails of Cold Steel. But yeah, if I had to rank the significance, as a Kyle Bossman would do, for me personally, Fire Emblem Echoes #1, Fire Emblem Switch #2, like the order they presented, right? That's how I care about those things, and so that was a very good order to present them in. The 3DS Fire Emblem game looks amazing. Yes, it does. It makes me want to go and read up on Fire Emblem Gaiden and anything pre-Fire Emblem 7, the first Fire Emblem game that we got in North America. My knowledge of the series just drops off. I don't know anything about those games, and yeah, very excited about this. Want to know more. Surprised they haven't announced Switch versions of their mobile games, since it seems like common sense with that multi-touch screen. This is not directly related to what you're saying, Minimek, but it's really funny to me that they're doing Google Play first. In a weird way, I think it's a good idea, because they came out on iOS first with Mario, and they're giving something to Google first now. And although it doesn't have the cachet of a Mario, I think, I mean, I don't know why they're doing it, but to me it seems like kind of a goodwill move. That if there is some animosity about Mario Run coming out first on iOS, maybe this removes some of that, and it seems like a good idea. Just as an iOS user, I'm curious how close it will come out on that platform, because they said soon, and that's always a frustrating thing to deal with in presentations, is the word soon. Ben, Fire Emblem 4 is the greatest game ever. I want to play it. I want to play it. Put it in English. Do a re-release. Let me play it. That'd be great. From what I know, the community hates Gaiden the most out of all the Fire Emblem games. Why? And if they do, maybe this is a chance to make good on that. Like, if that is not a well-received game, perhaps they can change enough about it that the conversation will change. Ben, in the defense of mobile games, there's at least one game out there with a decent good story, Fate Grand Order. I don't think Fire Emblem will be nearly as good story-wise, but there's something in the world out there. Yeah, when it comes to mobile games, I know there are good mobile games out there. I'm sure there are good RPG/strategy games out there that are good. The problem that I have with mobile is I've been burned too many times, and so I just have this overall negative opinion of mobile games. And it's a lot of times I feel like I have to wade through a lot of garbage to get to the rare examples of something being decent. And it just gets tiresome after a while. Sorry, kind of off topic. Did your Tokyo Mirage Sessions review ever come out? No, it did not. No, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Which is a mistake. My goal is to not have that happen this year. Review more things. Review more long RPGs. Play more long RPGs. Is Fire Emblem becoming annualized and or skippable? There were 4 different games featured in that direct. Haru, that is an interesting phrasing for that. I don't necessarily think it's being annualized. More so as they're saying we have all these different platforms and Fire Emblem is coming to all of them and they're going to be their own separate thing. I think it's a little bit different than annualization, because I think annualization commonly refers to, in video games, you know, a game coming out every year around the same time for a similar platform, whereas these are all very different. How many stars for Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Ben? 4 stars is what I would give it. Always resubscribing during Ben Moore Show, SC Myar. Thank you for resubscribing. We appreciate it. Good to have you, man. Here's some Sophies. And a little love and respect. Alright. That's all I have to say about the Fire Emblem Direct. I hope you enjoyed watching that with me. One more thing I want to say. 2 more things, actually. Hiring Yuri Lowenthal. Good. Do that more. He did a good job. Except for those weird forced bits during the mobile segment. Which wasn't his fault. He did a good job. And very tight, very focused direct. Got the information out there. Didn't have to sit through a lot of nonsense. I appreciate that. It was smart. 20 minutes. It was a good length. Alright. I'm pretty sure Ben has said on multiple occasions that Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a worthy buy for JRPG fans. It absolutely is. It was one of the best JRPGs that came out last year. You should get it. If you have a Wii U, if you tolerate JRPGs, buy that video game. It's very good. Okay. Let's get back to Trails of Cold Steel. Let me switch the title. I think this is a good time for a research break. Type. If you type in Legend of Heroes on the Switch dashboard, it will only come up with Trails in the Sky. You have to type The Legend of Heroes. Strange. Alright guys, I'm going to take a research break before we get to this boss and explore the rest of this underground area. I'll be right back. And we're back. Playing video games. While I was away, I thought to myself that it was interesting that they, and maybe I'm reading too much into this, they included the Nintendo eShop logo at the end of the Fire Emblem Echoes section. And I thought to myself, is there any chance that this would be an eShop exclusive? But why would they do that? What would they have to gain by doing that?
Very well, I will serve as your opponent.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Considering the reception that Awakening and Fates got. Some easy, good selling games on 3DS this year balances the books. Yeah, I genuinely agree with that sentiment. And remaking an old game that hasn't been available to a wide audience is a very smart way to do that. It's good moves all around. Excuse me.
All right.
Death method. Reduce manufacturing costs. Yeah, obviously when you do a digital-only version of the game, it reduces manufacturing costs. But I can just imagine there being a pretty vocal contingent of people that would be upset about a physical release. Those people tend to like games like Fire Emblem. And the support is there for that game on that system that has done really well. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't seem like a Xenoblade situation to me.
Right.
Ben, oh man, Ben, the opening 30 minutes of the game you've already clocked 3.5 hours. Yeah, I mean, I'm especially slow, but when you're streaming, it's just gonna be slow. Cause you want to talk, you want to chit chat.
Very well.
Right.
Here we go.
You only get 4 units at a time on mobile. Is that true?
Leave it to me.
That's pretty awful.
Together.
The volume switch broke on my 3DS, so I can't hear games anymore. It feels bad, man. That is bad. What model of 3DS was it, Mimic? I couldn't tolerate that. I mean, I guess, that being said, I tend to play mobile games with headphones in. So maybe it wouldn't be as bad as I initially thought, but... Echo's coming out in May, right? Pretty close. Yeah, that's a smart time to release that game. Before E3, there's not a lot announced right now for May. Very smart. I'm into it. Thinking about the mobile game some more, even if audiences here don't eat it up, it is a guaranteed success in Japan. Everything they're doing with that game, it seems like Japan would eat it up. So in that sense, it is also very smart. 3DS XL Year of Luigi Edition, that's a good 3DS. The top screen of my 3DS is shattered. Feels bad, man. That does feel bad. Do you still play your video games? On the shattered screen? If you do, props, because I would just be constantly annoyed. I couldn't handle it.
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're fine.
Boss time! Terra Battle did well, I think. Terra Battle did do well. And what's so great about Terra Battle is it is designed for mobile in so many very, very, very smart ways. What I'm worried about with Fire Emblem is they're going to compromise Fire Emblem to the point where you're aware that it's not quite what you want it to be. Whereas Terra Battle, because it's a new IP, because it's its own thing, you don't have those expectations going in. Terra Battle is great, though. That is a game I often think about that I'm mad that I didn't stay with, because I was having such a good time with it.
Ugh, this was a complete waste of time. Pointless busy work at best. Considering the school's esteemed founder, I was expecting more of a challenge, but nothing here posed even a modest threat.
Ben, you should watch Jiro Dreams of Sushi. I have. It is great. It is a great movie. Even if you don't care about Japan or sushi, it is just a great film about a man and his life's work and his relationship with other people. Yes, it's very good.
Did we even fight the same enemies? I feel like I've been stretched to my limits. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question.
That reminds me of Kingdom Hearts Unchained, the mobile game. Yeah, so that was something I downloaded, and every time I look at it on my phone, I still haven't booted it up once. I say to myself, I don't care enough to open this app. And I still feel that way. Unless chat overwhelmingly says, no, Ben, you idiot, you should play that game. It just seemed like whatever. And it felt like the buzz died down fairly quickly. Is there a secret agenda with Class 7 that we don't know about yet? Absolutely.
What was that?
There.
I do play a lot of Dragon Quest 1 on my phone, which I enjoy. I think that's like $5 if you haven't played Dragon Quest 1. Not a terrible way of doing it.
What the heck is that?
I like that our first boss fight is a goddamn shadow dragon. I approve. This ain't no giant rat. It's a shadow dragon. Or a gargoyle. It's a dragon.
What sorcery is this?
I love everything Kingdom Hearts, and the mobile game was bad. Yeah. Yep. As it tends to go with those things.
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Time for me to go. See you later, chat. Bye, MXA Ghost. Hope you enjoyed your stay.
Not outside of old wives' tales, they aren't.
Old wives' tales. Dip Noosed, just subscribe with Twitch Prime, Lynn and Fire Emblem Warriors hype. You know, I will say, for as much as I criticize that Warriors thing, I am very excited about Lynn, and will be voting for Lynn as soon as I am able to. I suggest you all do the same. Easily the best character that was mentioned there. That's probably because Fire Emblem 7 was the first Fire Emblem game I played. I was very attached.
This thing's cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have to fight it.
It's weird. I think I'm one of the few people that I've talked to about Fire Emblem that holds this opinion. I like Sacred Stones a lot. Like I don't know if it is definitively my favorite, but it is definitely one of my favorite Fire Emblem games. I really like Sacred Stones. That GBA style just clicked with me so much.
Helios, help us.
Ben, you have to vote Ike. See, the thing is I just don't have an attachment to Ike because I haven't played Path of Radiance. I've wanted to play Path of Radiance forever, but it's too much money. It's like $100 for that video game. There's no other way for me to play it unless I emulate it, which I could do, but that feels bad. I want to play it on a real GameCube or on a virtual console. Alright, so we got to think about this. Okay, so magic works well. Slightly weak to magic. Let us not forget that we aren't the healing.
Right.
Alright, so we want to raise our defense and heal our HP. This is a broken move. It just seems like a broken move. This seems ridiculous. Like, this is going to win us the battle by default.
It's my turn.
I never thought I would hear Ben say it's too much money for a game. Did that heal him? What? Alright. So we can delay with this craft. That seems smart. Except for a few cases, yes, resounding B is okay. Or is OP, not okay. How long does that last for? I'll have to double check. I feel like I'm doing very little damage. Sometimes games are just too expensive. Like, I enjoy Burning Rangers, but I absolutely never suggest buying it for the price it goes for these days. Duty Truman, you bring up a great example because there was a time where I was intensely interested in Sega Saturn games, but I did not want to spend the money to access a lot of them. Like Guardian Heroes, like Radiant Silvergun, and then gloriously they came out. My patience was rewarded on Xbox Live Arcade, and that's happened in almost every case. Like, I have, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 PS4 import games. Some of them I thought would never come to the West. And they have. They totally have. I think the only one is like Dead or Alive Extreme 3, but I don't care about that. It's fine. But Puyo Puyo Tetris got announced for the West recently. Dragon Quest Builders, Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, like all of these things, the Berserk Musou coming to the West, that it's made me a little bit hesitant. Like, I would be hesitant to buy Path of Radiance because maybe within the next 2 years, Nintendo puts that on Switch Virtual Console or something like that. So it's just, it is hard to justify the money in that case. And this is coming from somebody who spends way too much goddamn money on video games. Seal, 50%. Okay, he's not gonna... He's resistant to seal, so that's probably not worth doing. Okay. So we've still got resounding beat up, that's fine. Yeah, he's not gonna get petrified. But so how about the Neo Final Trial? I haven't played it. I want to play it. I want to stream it for you guys. I want all the Neo I can get. Let's try to delay him some more. Did not work. 503.
My turn.
Ben, little tip, you can stack buffs. The buff marker is yellow, then you can cast again for stronger effect. Okay. Good to know.
Keep it up, everyone!
Very well.
We're really doing okay on health. This fight is going just fine. So far... Okay, so he's not resistant to blind. That would be extremely helpful.
Here we go.
We have, have we burned him once or not? No, I don't think we have.
Leave it to me.
Critical chance. So does that mean I should use a physical attack here instead of an art? How much damage will this critical strike do? 256. Probably would have been better doing that. Second form, Bahamut. Now we're taking real damage. Okay. But we're still, because of Resounding Beat, we're still restoring so much health every turn. Every turn! Has this changed his resistances? I don't know.
Arcus, activate.
Right.
Aqua Bleed did so much damage. We're gonna keep that.
Arcus, activate.
Here we go. Arcus, activate.
Oh, that did no damage. Yeah, that Resounding Beat. If he goes after Ring, we're gonna have to recast it on Ring, because Ring does not have that buff anymore. Come on, Elliot. Oh. We're doing way less damage.
Very well.
Yeah, the arts are not really working all that well. Let's try
My turn.
except Ring needs some defense and health.
Give it up, everyone.
It was dumb for me to use that craft that separated Ring from everybody else, because now it's harder to apply that buff. Just to be extra safe, I'm gonna heal myself.
All right.
Yeah, look at, we're doing way more damage with the crafts. Way more damage. This is gonna be a critical. Oh, it's hitting everybody!
Here we go.
We've got one more turn of Resounding Beat on Eustace and Gaius, so we're gonna have to recast that. Oh my. I've got to heal Elliot. If Elliot goes down, we don't get Resounding Beat, and we want that. So I'm gonna heal Elliot. Seems smart.
My turn.
Okay, so where am I in relation to everybody else? I'm gonna move back a little bit.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Give it up, everyone.
Having the defense up is perhaps even more important than the heal itself. Yeah. It's doing so much damage. Is it 20 HP for the heal art I have on Reen? The tears? I have an item to restore
My turn.
EP if I really need it, but I think we're gonna just use a craft. So bring us over to the other side, which is really good as well. Yeah, we're okay.
Right.
Keep that Resounding Beat up.
Give it up, everyone.
Keep Elliot in the back as well.
All right.
This might be a ray wipe. No, I don't think so. He's doing scary damage for sure, but I think we're okay. I think it's going better than it looks like it's going. Now that we're doing solid damage with the crafts, and not garbage damage like we were doing with the arts, I think we're okay. It's going to separate them. It's okay though. He did just apply Resounding Beat.
Here we go.
Ooh, never mind. Going back over.
Leave it to me.
This is not a hard fight, but I like that it's not... You have to pay a little bit of attention for a first boss fight, and I like that. If you are completely careless, you will lose people here, and that's kind of cool. For that. Okay, so guys, let's just reapply my levels.
Keep it up, everyone!
Keep it up, everyone!
I'll handle this.
If only we had Laura here, this fight would be over.
Here we go.
Don't they come in this fight though? Don't they join up with you? I feel like I remember that.
It's my turn.
I hope Xenoblade 2 will come out in 2017. If Xenoblade Chronicles 2 comes out in 2017, my opinions of the Switch will change completely, because having a huge monolith-soft RPG within the first year of release, that would be quite a feat. That's a game that I would play for a very long time. And I could only get it on that platform. That is a big deal.
My turn.
For once, I don't think I need you to resounding beat. I think you can just go hit him. That was terrible, Elliot. I should have used an art there instead. Why do we fall? Yeah, better damage.
Very well.
Boom! Boss fight down. I feel like I want to replace something. Maybe Zone of the Enders, the Second Runner, or Digital Devil Saga. I've never finished Digital Devil Saga, so I can't comment on that, but Second Runner, underappreciated game. I don't think the first Zone of the Enders game is very good. It's a cool concept, and at the time that I played it, it was very technically impressive. Also, Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, but yeah, Second Runner is where Zone of the Enders, that's where its heartbeat is. I really like the story in that game. I love the art style, obviously. Motivate, an encouraging shout. Strength plus 25%? That seems like a really good buff.
All right.
A really good buff.
Just getting started.
Holy cow! Zone of the Enders 1, is it practically just a demo for Zone of the Enders 2? Yes. Yes. It does not feel properly finished. And is extremely short. I couldn't get into Zone of the Enders, I need to play Second Runners. I think that's why a lot of people didn't get into Second Runner, is because they played the original Zone of the Enders and they weren't that into it. Check it out! Play Second Runner. There's that HD re-release. No reason not to. Nelloc, just subscribe with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. I'm going to pretend like that's because you're very hyped about us killing the boss. About us killing Bahamut from Final Fantasy crossover game. I'm going to give you the first Dirty Dawn of the day. 2 hours in, we haven't had a Dirty Dawn yet. There we go. Breaking the seal.
No, it's down, but not out.
We must defeat it with the power of friendship.
That's one hell of a second wind.
Zone of the Enders was a cool game. Wish people didn't throw it under the bus just because it isn't Second Runner. It's alright, man. That's just my opinion on it. I think it's just okay.
I can appreciate a certain degree of tenacity, but this thing needs to just die.
We're too spent to go another round of it. I bet we could do it, Reem. Don't doubt us.
Stand back.
The Bahamut is just sitting there, letting these people wail on it without responding. It's great. Kenny Coded Thorm subscribed for 11 months in a row. Thank you so much. Man, we've been around for 11 months. That's crazy. It was really my 10th month, but thank you for our weekly dose. Maybe Twitch has it screwed up. Thank you for our weekly dose of chill anime streams, Ben. So close to a year. Yes. I am glad that you guys will let me have chill anime streams.
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay at least. I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well down here.
That's a good joke, Laura.
It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
Indeed. It's brushing us off as though we barely even scratched it.
With this many of us, we can just find an opening?
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
Looks like you started the party without me.
You?
Releasing limiter.
Magical shotgun hype.
Take this! Break shot!
We've gone full anime now.
An opening! Go!
This one's mine!
Can we have a solo spin-off game just starring Laura, please? Where she just beheads everything? Developed by Platinum Games.
It's... We did it!
I think you may have just said one of the most conflicting series of words Michael Huber would ever hear.
I think that's the end of it.
Magical shotgun. So, I think Huber would bend there. I think Huber would be really into a magical shotgun. No, it is true he does not like magic. But I think if you're making a shotgun better, he would be way into that.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
We should ask him, though.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle.
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
It was like each of us were engulfed in some faint blue light.
What?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat.
That was friendship.
But I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize.
Sarah's back! Best character, by the way. I will hear no arguments.
Looks like friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys.
How's everybody doing on this wonderful JRPG day? It is a wonderful JRPG day. How's it going, Rickham? Good to have you.
Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise. Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
Getting straight to the point. I respect it, Eustace.
I mean, we get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
I did not rate the Fire Emblem Direct. That is something we usually do when we react to such a thing. Last time we used the number system, or the letter grading system. I'm gonna give that Direct a B+, I think. That is where I fall on that Direct. Feeling pretty good about it overall.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question. There's no single monolithic reason why you all made the list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it'd be those Arcus ordnance you've got there.
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle ordnance, they let you use arts, and these have communication functionality built right in. but their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely. Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that. It could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather
idealistic. Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just don't.
The level-headedness, the realness of Phi, I like it.
And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude.
Anime podcast. I'm seeing a couple of people asking when the anime podcast is. Brad and I are filming it next week. It will probably go up sometime next week. We don't have a hard date and or time yet, but I will keep you guys up to date as soon as I know. But it's happening soon. And when I say soon, like the next 7 days, I really mean it. 7 to 9 days from now.
And since aptitude trumps background in class 7, well,
I'm very excited about the podcast, and I'm confident it's going to be a good thing that we very much enjoy doing. Like, both Brad and I are just so pumped to do it, and I think that positive energy is going to make for really good conversation and therefore a good show.
I see. But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? It just seems so random.
what indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace.
So they've done this kind of thing in other media before, in other stories, where they're like, hey, we're going to make you part of this thing. If you don't want to be here, you can just leave. And of course, every single time, everybody just signs on to it. And they're like, yeah, we'll do it. They might have some reservations about it, but usually you get everyone to do it. I would love, in this scene right now, if one of them was like, okay, peace. And then that was it. You didn't see them in Trails of Cold Steel 2. You didn't see them in the rest of Cold Steel 1. They were just gone. I don't know why, but I just think that would be really funny and surprising. Great Zot subscribed for 6 months in a row. That is my friend from back home. How you doing, Great Zot? Because you are a real life friend, you deserve extra puppies, extra Sophies. Oh, right. Ben, some friends of mine got started a new card game that's basically anime Hearthstone. Have you given Shadowverse a shot? No, I've heard really good things about Shadowverse. And I know this is going to sound super surprising coming from me, but I don't like the look of it. That's kind of why I've stayed away. It's a little garish, but I've heard that it's a good game. I've heard people say that it's much better than Hearthstone. And so I should give it a shot. I haven't yet, but I should.
I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here. You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know, and that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not?
Ellipses. They don't credit the artists for the cards in Shadowverse? I think that's really lame.
Oh, if you opt out, you'll just be placed in the class you would have been assigned to otherwise. There's no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2, commoners in 3, 4, or 5. It's still just the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do. I'm sure you'd fit in just fine.
Whoa, flashback. Childhood friends. Trauma.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Oh, wait,
What?
Just like that?
So you're the first then. You seem pretty sure about it. Any particular reason?
Not really. I just feel like I've put my family out asking them to send me to this school. So, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
Noble indeed. Ring is a likable guy.
Count me in as well.
Solid protagonist.
The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Laura holding strong is second best character.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board and our foreign exchange student.
All right, we're good then.
Any more takers?
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help in any way I can.
Sign me up too! I kind of feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know? And you all seem pretty easy to get along with.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers. Though I feel compelled to remind you, your weapons are still in the prototype stage. So on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from both of you.
Also, your weapons might blow up randomly. Watch out for that.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
Let me join too.
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to...
Somebody said it much earlier on in the stream, but I agree. I do think Elisa's voice is the worst out of the cast that I've heard so far.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way. You can choose.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
I hope Machias doesn't join. If Machias just didn't join, I would give this game 5 stars out of principle.
Well, at least you committed.
Elisa's voice improves in Cold Steel 2. That's good to hear.
We've got a magnificent 7 now. Which leaves just the 2 of you.
There's only one spot open. Fight to the death.
I can see you got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life.
Machias, I hate you. It's turning to hate.
Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
Machias seems like the kind of guy that you invite because you don't want him to get all mad that he's being left out. And you go to a restaurant and you're just trying to have a conversation. And he just brings up like a really awkward conversation, like some weird political thing or religious thing. And no one wants to talk about it, but he just won't shut up. And you just gotta sit there and listen to Machias just go on and on and on. That's what Machias seems like. He seems like that guy.
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eustace Alberea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Huh?
Why? You're the son of a duke. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'm seeing a lot of Machias will grow on you. I like that. I like that. I think it is okay to have this opinion of him right now, but I'm open to it. I'm open to it. I'm not... I will give Machias a chance.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alberea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor.
Flitting. Fools flitting about. I like that.
That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't need some pompous ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in. Come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
Do they become lovers? It seems possible.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Sorry, Hikaru, you asked this earlier, and I do want to bring it up. Have you finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood yet? I finished it over break and came very close to crying at the end. I also finished it over break. I also came very close to crying at the end. I loved it. I loved it so thoroughly. I could talk the rest of the stream about why Brotherhood is a good anime. Why that story is just good, and the things that it does that are so smart, and how they establish those characters, and how they pay it off in the end. That is an anime. There are a lot of animes that I watch that I enjoy, and I'm like, I don't think somebody would like this if they're not already into anime. Like Kill la Kill, I think, is something that doesn't have a universal appeal, and that's okay because not everything needs to. But Brotherhood, I feel like even if you have an aversion to anime, there's still a good chance that you'll really like it. I think it transcends a lot of that in a cool way, much like Cowboy Bebop did. In the same vein.
Oh.
You're opening Pandora's box again, Ben. Don't make me talk about Sang8 for the next 2 hours. This will devolve into nothing but anime talk eventually, right? Why not now?
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
Give a guy a break.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7.
Did you watch sub or dub? I watched subbed. I don't think the dub is terrible though. Like if you're not super into sub, I think that it's okay if you watch that show dubbed. I preferred it sub, but like I said, I don't think the dub is terrible.
I hope you keep those high spirits all year, because with the workload we've got planned for you, you'll need it.
Green's voice actor is pretty good, and it was his first major role. Interesting.
Well, I wasn't expecting
What is the voice actor's name? And I do agree that I think he's doing a pretty solid job.
It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
In fact, I would say the only voice actor I don't really like so far is Elisa's stuff, but as someone said, it gets better in the sequel, so. Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this too is the divine providence of the goddess. No?
MDS Veritas, subscribed for 5 months in a row, +1 for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, an impeccable show. Also looking forward to the anime talk show from you and Brad. Like it. I like the FMA hype. I like the podcast hype. Because of that, I think it's only appropriate that I give you Sophie's and some Brad's to get hyped up.
How do you mean?
Seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light.
To be the light we seek. What a JRPG thing to say.
A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by day.
Sean Chiplock is Rain's voice actor. He's really, really good. Anime cutscene! We've got the real game starts here. That's what it's saying. It is appropriate that we are opening Pandora's box of anime with an anime scene. Fee's voice actor is the same voice actor as Morgana in Persona 5. Makes sense. She's good here. She's good as Morgana. Good all around. See, Laura's just happy. As long as she's got her sword, she's happy. Fee just wants to sleep. These are things I can relate to. I want a big sword and to sleep all the time. Who are they? Who are they? Oh, these characters. We must discover together. This is like an anime opening song by the numbers. I think it is as typical as you can get, and I love it. It's getting me excited for this game. Magical birds. Can we just watch anime? If we could get away with just watching anime together, I would totally do that with you guys. What would we watch? What would be the show that would be good for us to watch together? Gintama? Bakemonogatari? Those would both be good. Prolapse Anus, I thought you said, yeah, NPCs are incredible in Tales games, and I was thinking to myself, are they? But you said Trails, and that made a lot more sense. Alright, let's save. So somebody was saying they wanted Japanese VO, and I think, I've never done it, I've never switched over. I think you have to quit out to the main menu to switch VO. Do you guys want that? I said that we were going to do that at one of these points, and now would be a good time since we just saved to quit out and do that. If we can. Okay, so we just saved. Let's try it. I've been playing my PS3 more than my PS4 recently. Going through Nier, Dragon Guard 3. There's a lot of cool, very niche stuff. Niche stuff on the PS3. This is good for me. I specifically do not want Japanese VO. Okay, alright. That was aggressive in the other direction, so I think we're going to have to turn to an old friend. A very old friend indeed. Never lets us down. We'll let the majority decide here. Bennett's pointless. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have it. I thought Cold Steel did. The game doesn't have dual... Okay, alright, never mind. We're wasting a bunch of time over nothing. This game does not have it. I could have sworn that Trails of Cold Steel did. Dang, what a bummer. Yeah, there's no option here. There is no option here. Alright, so we just wasted a bunch of time for nothing. It's rigged. It is rigged. Yeah. Yeah, don't vote on that, people. Ben, can you please present this whole stream in Japanese? Yep, I'll just translate everything into Japanese as it's happening. Does Cold Steel 2 have it? Can someone confirm or deny that, please? Hacked by Russians. Yep, Russians removed Japanese VO in Cold Steel 1. This even does the school year system of Persona Epic. Yeah, we're getting into some very Persona-ish vibes shortly. We can go around and choose to spend our free time with who we see fit. So yes, if you have played and enjoyed Persona, you will feel right at home with Cold Steel. My family. They're my motivation. Ben, due to Charaani, the voice studio in Japan, having weird clauses with VO contracts about where VO can be used, it's not possible to get for Western release. Did not know that. Good information. Thank you so much, Minimic.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together? No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I'm playing this on my Vita along with you, Ben. You are catching up. Yeah, we're 2.5 hours in, and I feel like we just cleared the prologue, so we do probably have to move a little bit faster, but it just may not happen. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Elliot's just weirded out by everyone. Persona 4 Golden is my favorite RPG of all time, and I'm putting that above Chrono Trigger. Wow. Even I don't put Golden above Chrono Trigger. Respect. It's disappointing, but I believe XC because they're usually really good about getting us dual audio options when they can, or doing sub only. Minmic, I think that's why I was confused. Is exactly the reason you just stated. Is having played a fair number of XC games, they are usually very good about including dual audio to the point where I don't really have to think about it. I just sort of expect it, and so I was surprised when there wasn't dual audio for Cold Steel, but I did not know about that studio being weird. So.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late.
Emma, you don't have to take her guff.
Hey, wait for me, Lisa.
Don't stand for that. You're better than that.
We'll see you in class.
Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold-Blooded.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long.
Yeah, at least it needs to get over that.
She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
She's not even giving me a chance to apologize.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
Elliot is saying in so many words, this will definitely happen in the plot. I promise.
Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats.
I guess we're talking about favorite RPGs. Question 5 Orc, is that how you pronounce your name? It says Chrono Trigger, Mario & Luigi, Superstar Saga, and Dragon Quest V. I really like that selection that you picked. It's pretty diverse. I like that. I think Superstar Saga is unexpected. Dragon Quest V, at least in the West, relatively obscure. Chrono Trigger, a certifiable classic. Undeniable. That game is so good that I can't envision somebody's argument for why they hate it. Like, what do you possibly say against Chrono Trigger?
So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be. Elisa is a pretty good character from the close to 4 hours that I played. Bruno, I think, as people have said, I will feel completely differently about the characters by the end of this playthrough than I do right now. But it's fun. It's fun. It's kind of fun to I don't know. To have that anger up front. These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny, I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money. Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that. I like this scene. It's just very happy. It's very relaxing. Just walking through this town. It's spring. Good times. I wish I was as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet anything Machias wasn't far behind. I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too. As are Laura and Gaius. Really? I guess I'm gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really hope they don't mind. Don't tell me this, chat, please. I know you're not gonna listen to me, but my hope for Elliot is that he becomes a non-pushover. As a pushover myself, I want to see Elliot become a much tougher character. And I hope that happens by the end of Cold Steel 2. That he is, he doesn't let people walk on him. Huh? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, sorry, you got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole east side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally. Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Punished Elliot. If there's a scene where Elliot just rubs ashes all over his face, can somebody make that? If you've got a lot of time, can you just make Elliot rub ashes all over his face? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else. The asshole Machias. Oh, I don't plan on it. I hope they get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. What is the best Dragon Quest to start with? 8, which just came out on 3DS. Great. I think that the 3DS version is a fantastic version of that game. 8 is one of the easiest games to get into. And now that I'm playing through it again, I also realized that in a weird way, Dragon Quest 8 is also kind of like the least Dragon Quest-y game in some ways. But no, it is a really good game to start with. Excellent. Has a great story, has a great look, has great characters. Yes, play Dragon Quest 8. 5 is also very good to start with as well. And you can get 5 on DS or on mobile phones. There's a PS2 version of Dragon Quest 5 that we never got, unfortunately. But I think there's a fan translation out for it. Alright, back to Elliot. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air. It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point. Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along. Like bond over killing dragons.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7.
Ben, how much do you love Xenoblade Chronicles? This is my first JRPG and I could not love it more. Hey, Kara, you're giving me a perfect transition here. I feel the way I feel about Xenoblade Chronicles the same way I appreciate Trails of Cold Steel. So Trails of Cold Steel is a game I have not finished, and really, in all honesty, I've not gotten that far into. Xenoblade Chronicles is the same way. However, soft announcement here. There's been a certain segment of the Easy Eyes community that has wanted me to play through Xenoblade Chronicles, and I really want to play through it. It's something I want to do. And so, starting early February, I shouldn't give a date. I should just say early February. I'm going to try this new thing. I was going to do a full playthrough on stream of Xenoblade Chronicles, but I think instead of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a short weekly series where I'm just going through the game, and every episode, it's going to be like 10 minutes long. I'm just going to talk about where I am and how I feel about it, and it'll be great because it'll be a short video, and I know some people want more of those. It'll be about Xenoblade Chronicles, and it seems like a good time to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles, and if you haven't played through the game or you're interested about it, this is a good way to kind of learn. And it'll be slightly different than a lot of the other things that we've done before, so please look forward to that. I'll be going through the whole game and talking about it, cracking jokes, analyzing it, all that good stuff.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
All the plebs. Yeah, I guess so, huh? We are plebs. I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though to be fair, I think that building was abandoned until this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
We got a Yakuza fight coming in.
Class 7, I see.
Minami, I see you talking about East. When is Origin coming out on PS4? It's relatively soon, right? It's not that far away.
Is something the matter?
These guys are punks. Punk-ass Abe.
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
I hope we get the option to kill these fools. A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place. Look at my pointed chin. Punch him and steal his energy drink. Mr. Shakedown. Mr. Shakedown.
So they're from one of the upper classes.
Guys, please play Yakuza 0.
This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
There's a maid right there. Wow, really? I'm going to be playing Outrun and Yakuza 0 all day. Yes, you are. Outrun still holds up. Still holds up. I think Space Harrier holds up just slightly less. Still super fun, but just slightly less than Outrun.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, time to go to class.
Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
Which club are we going to join? It's hard to decide. I'm going to play Yakuza 0 right after Gravity Rush 2, then Resident Evil, but I'm part of the choir, so yeah. This is probably the most must-be-nice thing I've said during the stream, but I'm extremely grateful that we got Yakuza 0 as early as we did, because my goal is to have Gravity Rush 2 finished by the end of this weekend, so I can just have Resident Evil on my plate Monday night. That way I don't have to, like... I feel bad for people. Those games coming out so close together. Those 3 in particular, such a bummer. And, rightfully so, a lot of people are going to skip Yakuza 0 to play something else just because they don't have the attachment to the series. And it's too bad. If it could have just come out at a slightly different time, I think it would have helped.
Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Look at this guy. Those are some glasses. Can you even see out of those? Are you blind?
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions.
This is connected to the Final Fantasy Tactics universe? That is crazy, you guys. Holy cow. That Ivalice connection.
A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war.
The only thing that I can read on that blackboard is Dreichels. Just underline, Dreichels. I know it's important.
Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself.
Dreichels.
And that name, of course, was Dreichels Rice Arnor.
I will probably remember Dreichels. I'm not going to remember the rest of the name. It's not going to happen.
He would later become known as Dreichels the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy.
Okay, guys, I put the Neo Last Chance trial into my download queue. So that's happening right this second. How big is this demo? It doesn't say on this website. But if you happen to have that information handy, it'd be useful.
Dreichels' army was initially rather small in number. But as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreichels
7 to 8 gigs? Okay, that's...
gathering his army was...
That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. Oh, we gotta answer a question! Alright. The place where Dreichels first started to gather his army was the... Nord Highlands! That's what Huber would pick. 100% correct. Huber never lets me down. Never lets me down. Jolly. Prince Dreichels' wanderings led him to the land of Nord, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of Nord became his very first allies. We gotta tell Huber about this. Yes, I got it right. And Elisa's into it, and Laura's into it. Oh no. Did we even look at that? Is it gonna rob my credibility? I didn't look at that. Guess he didn't need my help. Okay, there we go. Nice. Nice. That's right, Elisa. We didn't need you. Ben, what are your thoughts on Cold-Blooded winning the bet? I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what Bloodworth does. I'm excited to watch that. I really didn't want to win, and so I'm glad it wasn't me. And I also think Bloodworth picked an excellent theme for the diorama. I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you haven't seen the video, but I guess I already kind of spoiled it. Sorry, I was just excited by the question. Whoops. By making good decisions, which we did, acting appropriately and completing quests, you will gain academic points. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks ranging from B7 to A0, and every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk. Give me the perks from an academy. From the academy, not a academy. I was reading for you, Benzilla. Thank you, Mbun. I appreciate the support.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes.
Had to all caps grueling there.
In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first
Guys,
free day.
it's our first free day. This is important. We need to decide who we are going to devote our time to. We can't do it with everyone. We gotta play favorites.
It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time.
By the way, question, Ben. Nightingales in tabletop inspired by Skyrim or completely unrelated? Completely unrelated. I actually forgot that there was an organization called Nightingales in Skyrim. But yeah, completely unrelated. Although it is possible. I think there are many things in tabletop that are subconsciously inspired where I wasn't directly thinking of it as I was doing it, but maybe there was some little voice in the back of my head that was influencing it. But no, I legitimately did not remember that was a thing in Skyrim. Although, I will say, when I envisioned their armor, it is kind of similar in my mind to the Nightingale's armor in Skyrim, so maybe more than I initially thought.
Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Sleep is wonderful. I can take a nap right now.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Hang with Toa and Fee as much as you can. Okay. Fee is definitely up there. I want to hang out with Laura as well. And Gaius.
Use the free study area in the library myself.
Never Machias.
Of course, this school shuts down for no one. So feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like.
Easy Duster says, I didn't really like the Persona elements in this. Not in my Trails. Yeah, I had only played a very tiny amount of Trails in the Sky before this, and that was my only experience with Legend of Heroes. So, to me, it doesn't feel like these elements are intruding on it. Like, Cold Steel is my first true introduction to it. But yeah, I can understand that perspective if you were familiar with the series before Cold Steel.
A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
There are some random unreadable books you'll see sometimes with some great titles. Christ, Who's Gonna Die Next? And Oh Baby. Where can I find those, Minimic? Give me specific locations. That sounds great.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week.
You're fighting Sin Bahamut.
On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
The Persona elements were kind of cool because of the extra character development, to be honest. Yeah, I like them too. I'm not against them. That was just a comment I was reading. I'm way into it. Give me the Persona. These were kind of cool because of the extra... Whoops. You could hear that for a second. It's interesting to see this certain segment of the audience online that really decries Persona games because they're like, I like Shin Megami Tensei better. And I think I would have, and that's fine. I really like core Shin Megami Tensei games too, but they keep doing both. You know what I mean? Like Shin Megami Tensei 4 was really, really good. Apocalypse was really, really good. They just announced a new core Shin Megami Tensei game. I don't think Persona is taking anything away from it.
You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
I think Sarah's got cool hair.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Christ, Who's Gonna Die Next is my novel inspired by tabletop escapades.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something.
Free day hype. Why is your belt so high?
That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise.
This song kind of reminds me of the Genesis. Like, Streets of Rage. Let me put the headphones on for a second. Well, I can see why I said Streets of Rage. Persona is actually probably a much closer comparison. I mean, I'm still getting used to this stuff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. Free day, can we get ice cream? Oh, your head is in the right place, Candy Coated Thorns. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we'd have no trouble finding a good spot for it. That's very kind of you to offer. But I was planning on attending club practice today. What club are you in, Elliot? Isn't he in the music club? Which one did you pick? Try for the band. Yeah, I was right. Okay. Though I'm not sure... I said music club, band. I'm not sure how much use they'd have for a violinist. Ooh, violinist. Impressive. I didn't know you played the violin. You just pick it up for fun? Something like that. How about you guys? Have you joined any of the school's clubs? I believe Gaius joins the art club. Yeah! I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow, that's not what I pictured for you, no pun intended. I can totally see Gaius on a beach with a canvas, just painting away, just being inspired by the beauty of the earth. I can totally see it. Do you have any artistic experience? I dabbled in it back home, which means he's amazing at it. Taught myself though, so I feel like this could be a good chance to learn proper technique. Doesn't it always annoy you when you're talking to somebody that is amazingly skilled in something, and they're like, oh, you know, I mess around with it. Come on, you're great. Wow, that's pretty cool, says Elliot. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Strutting in. Oh good, you're still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? No, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need picked up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. All I'll say is it's something absolutely essential to your school life. And somebody needs to go get it. Though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? That's us, because we're playing this game. It's Reen. If I show up in the student council room and tell them they sent me, they'll know why I'm there, right? Wait. Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? Reen, thinking out for his friends. I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way. Well, if you really don't mind, thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there's no rush. Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Okay. Do you recommend the 3D Xenoblade Chronicles version? If that is your only option, I think it's totally fine. Having played that version for a few hours, I definitely much prefer the television version. It runs better, it looks better, but there's no shame in playing the 3DS version. I don't think it is horrendous by any means. If you do have a Wii U, you can and you don't want to go through the hassle of getting a disc, it is on the Wii U Virtual Console as well, so that is an option. Student Union building next door. So we gotta go this way. You can see those books on random shelves, the books that we were talking about earlier with the funny titles, on random shelves throughout the game, but they might be a bit hard to see because of the resolution. Alright, well, we'll try to keep an eye out for them. We may not specifically hunt for them. But, no, we went the wrong way. Oh no, the front gate's this way. We're good. What's going on here? Seems like a cutscene opportunity. I was just trying to get to my club when this weirdo started harassing me. Mint? Oh, that's a cute name. All I wanted was for someone to tell me where the music room is. Do you know? I don't. You also didn't give me a chance to respond. Stop being a jerk. Mint! People are hyped about Mint. I want to get to know Mint. Mint seems cool. Cool green hair, cool name. I'm into it. If I remember correctly, the Student Union building should be to the east of the main building. It doesn't seem like this is too urgent, though, so maybe I'll head over after familiarizing myself with campus a bit. There's more to Thor's than just the main building and all of its classroom. So there are many other facilities located on campus. Cool. We'll tell you about them right now. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities, such as practical exams. Many sports clubs, such as lacrosse and riding clubs, use this area to practice. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is the de facto place for nerds. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Thor's. The library holds a variety of papers and books for your perusal and serves as a handy space for study and research. Don't go here, though. This is where Machias likes to hang out. You can also go there to brush up on all the Zemurian terminology you can handle. That doesn't... No, I don't want to do that. Hello, allies! Hello! Happy time, fun time. That's a great name. The Student Union building is a place for students to relax and unite. The first floor houses some stores and a cafeteria. You'll find the culture clubs on the second floor and even a salon reserved for upper class students on the third. Occasionally you'll see event markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place here. Key event, quest event. Main quest, side quest. Student Union building, here we come. I was going to say it didn't need to show me all those places since I have a map, but I guess it did describe them, so there was some use in it. Alright. Guys, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I have to take another research break. So before we venture forth into the Student Union building, I must pause. Be right back! You know, 4 hours is a much more reasonable time to stream JRPGs. If we had done 2 hours, probably would have gotten out of the prologue. So I think we have to do at least 4 hours. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
A new challenger approaches. I like this guy already. I like him already.
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. Those special second years. It's not easy, but I'm managing, mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others, too.
Because you're special.
But you just hang in there, okay?
Is she secretly the final boss? I could see that. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Just tell me your name. That's not a weird question.
First things first. How about you let me show you this cool trick I've been...
Are we getting scammed? Is this Yakuza all over again?
You got a 50 mirror...
We are totally getting scammed right now.
Cheers.
You did not pick that up from his hand.
All right. Watch closely.
Just tell me your name! You're just flipping a coin.
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's not in either hand. You con artist? Both of these are wrong.
Too bad.
Alright, so this has been our interaction with this fellow. I can't tell you my name, but give me money so I can show you a dumb trick. That's what's happening.
You catch on quick.
Final boss.
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor. Furthest room back.
Reload. Reload the save.
See you around. Have a good weekend.
Give me back my money! Why is it that every game I play I get scammed? This is garbage. 50 Mira, $50. Come on, man. No, Reen, you can't accept that. Shake him down. Mr. Shakedown is scrawny in this game, indeed. I haven't met many second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. I hope not. I can't deal with it. Oh well, at least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what other people are up to in there. Ben is an easy target, Bible Thump. It's probably true, right? By the way, Ben, planning on playing the Berserk game. I've played it a little bit already, but I want to stream it with some allies. That's why I haven't streamed it yet. But if that doesn't happen before the English version comes out, which the English version comes out in February, I'll probably just stream it by myself. So it will come eventually at some point. On the first floor of the Student Union building, you'll find both the cafeteria and the campus store. As you might expect, this woman will stand here until the end of time. The cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment. So you've got like a nice little cafeteria and then weapons. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies or buy new equipment on campus. Cool. Let's see if there's new gear. Hey there, welcome to the campus store. Or what will be the campus store once I finish setting everything up. I'm afraid I can't tell you anything today. Okay, we're not there yet. Still in tutorial. That's fine. Straight back. I like the school. Yeah, I like Thor's too. Vibes. There's definitely still someone inside. I can sense it with my chosen one powers. Hope I'm not interrupting. Knock.
Hello?
How did you knock there, Reen? You didn't raise your hand.
Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. I don't know anything about her, but she seems cool too. My bet is that she's cool. You're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer.
Reen Schwarzer. Like, Schwarzer is such a funny name. Sounds like an 80s action movie star. Starring Reen Schwarzer.
Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes, so you're a member of student council then. I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
I'm sorry, I was just wondering, are you a second year?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book.
Toa! So this was the other person Chad was telling me to hang out with.
The name's Toa Herschel.
It's probably a good sign.
I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you?
No, it's cool.
I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here.
Also, I tend to talk to people with my eyes closed.
So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you, that's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course.
I like a ribbon. It's a good touch.
Yours is the one on top.
I like it. Student notebook. All the details.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes.
You guys have to fight monsters.
And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
But who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
No, it's good. I mean, I was underground while you were doing this. So, no skin off my back. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need to give me these to the other... You just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right? Boy, I can't read right now.
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Hmm? What do you mean?
Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work.
She signed me up.
It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Rejected.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Heart emoticon indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something?
What are these YouTube videos people are posting in chat? Oh, just JoJo? Okay. Alright. That's acceptable.
Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
I guess we're joining the student council.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the academy and interested.
Tola, this is nice, but I've got people to hang out with. I got a free day incoming. Don't rob me of that.
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Busy work. I wanted to watch JoJo After the Last Frame Trap. Is the new series a good place to start with? Yeah, so there's... Just start with Season 1 on Crunchyroll. You'll be good to go. And just keep going until you're done. But yeah, JoJo is very easily accessible. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. Oh, that's nice of Tola. Alright, I respect that. She knows that she's going to destroy my free time, so she's like, here, I'll buy you a meal. Alright, it's a good move. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Some people are just like that. Hello, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind.
It's Sarah.
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
Can we hang out with Sarah? Is that possible? If this is how you treat your favorite little wonderkin, I dread to think about how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back? Fair question.
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week.
That phone is huge! That's funny.
I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of a certain instructor. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right? Which sucks, Sarah. I want you to know that that sucks.
Oh, that's entirely up to you.
Ooh! Player choice.
If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There's one question I'd like to ask, though. Who is that guy in the bandana? Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
See, you star in this game, and the player controls you. So, you are really our only option.
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well,
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak.
she did not really say why we're special.
I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. Beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
So when can we hang out? Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course.
Of course.
It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are we being hit on by our teacher? As she's drinking? Over the phone?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something.
Let's slow down. That's funny.
But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I was Reen, I'd be a little freaked out right now. Not sure what to do. If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. I should drink beer and chill out. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it. Free day. Here we go. Unconventional studies. Wait a minute. Our teacher just hit on us, and the name of this first chapter is Unconventional Studies? Was I tricked into playing a game that I thought was something else? This seems like another scam. Afterwards, Reen returned straight to the dormitory. After relaxing in his room for a while, he decided to walk around the dorms. You can now access the overall achievements and character profile sections in the notebook. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, President Toa left me in charge of handing out everyone's notebooks. Tomorrow's our first free day, so I should get this done with tonight. We're gonna go talk to everyone? Okay. You can explore Class Events dorms on the night before each free day. Beware, however, the story will progress should you return to Reen's room. Alright, let's go talk to people. Let's make it happen. Where are they? Oh, all those those exclamation marks, not question marks. Trails of cold beer. Elliot, I like you, but I can't talk to you first. I'm sorry. It just can't happen. Oh, I don't want to talk to Machias first, either. Oh, god damn it. Who is it? It's me, Reen. I've got something here for you. I'll be right there. This was on... Machias, don't take this the wrong way. I didn't mean to go to you first. Sorry to make you go to all that trouble. Oh, don't worry about it. Were you in the middle of studying there? I'm sorry if I interrupted you. No need to be sorry for that. How did you know I was studying, though? I can sense it. Well then, you should make sure you do plenty of studying yourself. You don't want to find yourself falling behind. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Most of our classes seem like they'll be pretty hard, too. They're just one question, like every other day. It's fine. Agreed. Besides, there'll be a chance to show up these snobby upper-class students. See you tomorrow, then. Yeah, good night. What are you doing there, Elliot? Do you just stare blankly at a wall while holding a violin? Is this how you spend your time? Huh? You okay? You okay there, bud? Hey there, Reen. Something the matter? Toa gave me Class 7 student notebooks to hand out earlier, so I'm just gonna go around delivering those. Here's yours, Elliot. Thanks. Anyway, are you playing violin in here? Sorta. Really, I'm just staring at this wall. It's pretty late, so I wasn't really playing per se, just doing the fingering and motions. The wind orchestra isn't meeting tomorrow, so I thought I should get in some practice tonight instead. Wow, you're really into music, huh? Your music, huh? I can't imagine most people being that invested in their hobbies. Your room's chock full of musical stuff, too. It's not that much, honestly. It'd be nice if the walls in these dorms were a bit more soundproof, though. Being considerate of others. Then I'd be able to play all night without bothering anyone. Spoken like a true music nerd. They get along so well. It's adorable. No reflection in this mirror. Alright, who do we got? This should be Eustace's room. Eustace. Who's there? It's me, Reen. I've got your student notebook here. Very well. You have my thanks. Don't mention it. Mind if I ask what you were up to? Why do you... This is privacy, man. Just... You don't need to ask what everybody's doing in their room by themselves. It's none of your business. I was simply reading. What kind of book? A biography I borrowed from the library. Why must I indulge your mundane little questions? I'm thinking along the same lines. Huh? While we may live in the same dorms, the two of us are perfect strangers. Your proximity to me does not give you license to intrude upon my private life. Shut down. You're right, I'm sorry about that. Pay it no mind. Also, I suggest you be more mindful of when and to whom you volunteer your time. Otherwise, people will be more than happy to simply use you at every turn. Getting told. Was that meant to be a warning? His optimism gone. He doesn't seem like an easy guy to make friends with, that's for sure. But maybe he's got a good heart. Yeah, Gaius. Thinking about his art. Evening, Reen. What's up? Gaius does seem like the kind of person that totally wouldn't mind if you just barged into his room. Actually, I was just looking for you. I've got your student notebook here. Here you go. Oh, I was wondering when that'd come. Thanks. Sorry to make you go out of your way to deliver it. No worries. Your room's got a really distinctive feel to it. What's that hanging on the wall? I can't see it, but that's a sort of an ornament made in the Nord Highlands. I thought that'd be a nice way to bring the spirit of my homeland along with me. Yeah, I definitely think if Huber was a character, he's not exactly Gaius, but there's some Gaius in him. I think Huber would bring the spirit of his homeland. I see, it really does give the whole room an exotic feel, though. You've got your brushes out, too, so I'm guessing you're going to spend tomorrow painting? Yeah, I'm planning to head over to the art club. Feel free to come along if you feel like it. I want to be in an art club with Gaius. I do. I want that. Will do. That was nice. That was a good little chat. Alright. So people are downstairs. Man, we don't have that much time left. This far our stream went quicker for me than I thought it would. Whoa, what's up, Sarah? Sarah, it's one thing just like get drunk in your room. I get it. But you're just getting drunk in a common area for that students use. That's I don't think that's okay. You really can't beat an ice cold beer after work. No, wait, maybe you can with 2 beers. Have you been drinking all night? Are you drunk right now? At least try not to fall asleep here, okay? I don't want you to catch a cold. Oh, that's nice. Don't worry your pretty little head about me. I'm indestructible. Especially since I've got the day off tomorrow. You say that like it totally excuses your entire night of drinking. Well, anyway, you were nice enough to take on some work for the student council, so that's a load off my shoulders. Sarah is very casual. Also might be an addict. Oh, that's funny. Sarah is my spirit animal. I like Sarah very much. Yes. She went from plastered to bastard in the blink of an eye. I think bastard might be a little strong here, Reed. Looks a lot more to her than I thought. The depths. No, this is not here. We're in the wrong area. We gotta go. Gotta go back up. Are they up? They must be up above. Yep. Another level of rooms. Uh-oh, Elisa. Here we go. This is gonna be expectedly awkward. Here it goes. Who is it? It's me, Reem. What do you want? What are you even thinking, coming to some innocent girl's room this late at night? I can't keep up that voice. You probably don't want me to keep up that voice. Okay, good point. I wouldn't have under normal circumstances, but there's something I need to give you. Reen explained that Toa asked him to hand out everyone's student notebooks. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head to bed. See y'all later. Thanks for the stream, Ben. Love and respect. Love and respect, Lotiaz. I'm gonna give you some love and respects in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. Okay, wait a moment. Hurry up and hand it over. Okay, just hold on a second. Reen took out Elisa's notebook. It should be this one. Let's see. Arisa. Well, she doesn't want her last name. That's why she said R. There's something going on here, chat. She also has the rabbit from Silent Hill 3 in her room. So that's something. I can't let my guard down for a second, can I? Sorry, I can't tell which notebook it is without looking inside. Also, just chill out. I really didn't mean any harm. Or so you say. Anyway, that's all you wanted, isn't it? Good night, then. Ben for Cold Steel 3 Elisa voice. They would pay me $0. Guess I'll have to back off for tonight. What do you mean, back off? Just give her the notebook. But it seems that R is just an initial. Wow. Sherlock. Really nailed that one. I didn't finish reading her full name before she snatched it out of my hands. Is there a reason she's hiding it? I wonder. Is this Laura? Yeah! Alright, Laura Height. I bet this will be good. This will be jolly. Hey, Laura, are you in there? Is that you, Reen? I'll be right there. Thank you for taking the time to deliver it to me. Isn't Elisa totally stuck up? Don't worry about it. What were you doing anyway? You didn't hear me knocking and you're covered in sweat. That's a weird thing to say. I was just practicing with a wooden sword. I must have been so focused on my practice that I didn't hear you knock at first. That is some concentration, alright. Maybe I should do some practicing when I get back to my room, too. You certainly don't want to neglect your training. I'd enjoy it if I had someone to duel with sometime, too. Ooh. We can duel. With Yu-Gi-Oh! Well then, good night. Good night. Have you guys, I don't know if you've seen it, it's on YouTube all over the place, but the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Ad for their mobile phone game is hilarious. I recommend you seek out this ad. It's pretty long. Like, not super long or anything, but long for an ad. You watch this Yu-Gi-Oh! Mobile game ad. They're trying to make Yu-Gi-Oh! Look cool. And it is hilarious. Please watch it. This should be Emma's room. Who is it? It's me, Reen. Do you have a moment? Ah, Reen, I'll be right there. On an unrelated note, how are you planning on spending the day tomorrow? I'm thinking I'll help out the student council. Like a good boy. How about you? I plan on looking at some more clubs. I haven't seen what culture clubs have to offer yet, so I'll be visiting them tomorrow. Oh, right, joining a club does sound like a good idea. Boy, they're really drilling in this club idea. Let me know if any of them seem really good. I will. Also, I do hope you're able to make up with Elisa soon, so I don't have to listen to this nonsense anymore, since it's right next to my room. You weren't exactly quiet. Yep, that's exactly what she's thinking. She wants to be over with this. This one, Ben, let me check Silent Consonant, see if this is the right ad real quick. Yes, this ad. Yes. This ad is golden. There we go. Bam. I reposted it, but I could have just said click on Silent Consonant's link. Alright. Sorry. Just checking up on Slack real quick. I think Elisa still needs to sort out her feelings about everything. But don't worry, I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Thanks. Good night, Emma. Yeah, Emma's alright. We like Emma. Thank you for bringing me my notebook. Comments and likes disabled. That's always a good sign. I didn't even realize that. Oh my god. Yeah, the comments and likes,
left on the field.
they're disabled on this ad. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, goodness. Yeah, watch that, everybody. This should be Fee's room. I keep wanting to say Fi, but it's totally not Fi. It's Fee. Who's there? It's me, Reen. Was she sleep? Like, she had to have been sleeping, right? I've got something for you. Coming. Cheers. Alright. Cheers. Yawn. Were you asleep? I didn't mean to wake you up. It's fine. I always sleep. I'm surprised you went to sleep this early, though. I mean, we just had dinner. I didn't have anything else to do. You done? Yeah, I just wanted to give you the notebook. Right. Peace. This ad, though, oh my god. I'm glad you guys are getting the same enjoyment out of the ad that I got. I wonder how she ended up as a student here anyway. She was an experiment in a lab. Alright. That's everybody. We just go back to our room. Should I call it a day? Yep. This ad is cringe as hell. Yeah, that crazy is a good way to describe that ad. It like I want to be in the room as they're making that ad. We gotta make it cool. Yeah, it's hilarious. The fact that GG was said, good God. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's cherry blossoms. Going nuts. Ooh, here we go. Some tasks. I have reason to believe that strange phenomena have been occurring in the old schoolhouse of late. As such, I would like to request that one or more combat-ready students look into this and report back to me for more details. Come see me in my office on the first floor of the main building. Principal Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke. This is from George. I've just finished repairing a bunch of orbital tech here in the engineering club. But I need someone to deliver everything. Stop by the engineering building left of the student union building, and I'll tell you more. Okay, we want that. A noteworthy loss from Colette. I kind of dropped my student notebook, and I can't find it anywhere. Would anybody be willing to help me? I'll be looking for it on the first floor of the student union building, and I'd appreciate it if somebody lent me a hand. Okay. One from the principal, one from the engineering club, and oh hey, one from another first year. I certainly wasn't expecting a request from the principal as one of my very first assignments. I hope I don't screw it up. I'm curious about the one from the engineering club too. Sounds interesting. Well, I've got all day, so let's just dive in. Let's do it. We got some quests. If the principal is Dick Van Dyke, I might lose it. These quests have a required mark next to their name, and the story will progress only once they've been completed. Quests without this mark are not essential for... Yeah. I got it. Bonding events. On free days, special events can be triggered with certain classmates and sub-characters. Yes, this is what we want. Alright, so chat was really saying that spending time with Fee was a good idea. So we're going to do that. And I know you said Toa, but... I don't know, Gaius and Laura seem pretty cool. In exchange, you will receive 1 bonus point, which can be used to trigger an evening exclusive bonding event. No, we're never going to bond with Machias. That is a poor example. Alright. Time to bond. What's nice, what I really like about the map is when we get out into the main area here. I think you'll be able to see it. It's a smart thing that this game does. Now hold on, cutscene. The weather's beautiful today. Right then, let's head out. At the center of Trista is a shopping district. You can purchase a variety of items in the stores there. Cool. Brandon Jones's General Goods. Dude, Brandon's in this game. Stocks ingredients and accessories. I could see Brandon running a general store. Lesage is a boutique selling fine clothing. I'd put that fine in there. Clothing, footwear, and accessories. The bookstore sells materials such as newspapers and obviously books. Cafe and Inn stocks food items. You can also pay a small fee to rest here and restore your CP. Cafe. You can now use the square button to access the quick travel menu. Yes, I like that it gives you quick travel immediately. I mean, not immediately, but relatively soon. It's good stuff. Smart decision. Yeah, so this is so somebody was saying in chat, there's another menu that you can see who you can spend time with. This is that, and it's very smart. So basically, just wherever they are, it's like, okay, I want to spend time with this person. I don't have to hunt around to see where they are. I can see where they are right on the map and just go there. I love it. Convenience. Alright. Wait. We can spend time with Sarah? Decision made. Wait, but Sarah... Okay, so... If they've got a green exclamation mark, it's a special bonding event, which we probably want to prioritize. Which Laura has. I think we gotta do that. Unless chat you say we're all sorts of wrong, I'm gonna do that. Sorry, Sunseeds, which is a very jolly name. I like that a lot. Thank you for the brand new subscription. Appreciate it. Here are some wonderful selfies. And a little Easy A Magic. A little Amanda Troop. I think Amanda Troop would approve of your name as well. You can't hang with Sarah today. Oh, you can't hang with... Okay, so that lets you know if you can hang out with them. That's what that exclamation mark means. Okay. Okay. I misspoke there. Just totally wrong. So, for today, you can only spend your bonding events with Laura, Elliot, and Machias. Alright, well, Laura is the clear winner there, then. Man, the weather's perfect today. The fish are really going to be biting. Looks like he's a student from one of the upper classes. He's really into fish. Hey there, haven't met you yet. You've got one of those red uniforms on, so I guess you're from Class 7. That's right, my name is Reen Swarzer. Are you first year too? Yep, I'm Kenneth Lake Lord. The guy named Lake Lord is super into fish? Class 2. I'm part of the Imperial Fishing Club. It's really laid back. You'd like it. But yeah, pleasure's all mine. Likewise, he's pretty laid back himself, especially for a noble. I take it the Imperial Fishing Club's about fishing? Reen, that is the worst thing you've said so far in this game. You catch on quick? Trist is supposed to be a great place for fishing. I hear there are a ton of different fish you can catch here. I'm just trying to figure out the right spot. We have another sub removed. Subscribe with Twitch Prime 2 months in a row. Resub. Sophie's, of course, and Sneaky Little PJ. Seems like you're having fun at least. But the Imperial Fishing Club, that's about fishing, right? You've done a little bit of fishing in your time, haven't you? Boy, this conversation is just awful. How about giving it another shot? Well, sure, but how did you know that? Just a hunch. You seem like a fisherman. Well then, from one fisherman to another. Here's this book about fishing. Beginner Rod. Are you sure I can have these? I feel kind of bad just getting all this stuff for nothing. Don't even sweat it. The Imperial Fishing Club's here to spread the joy of fishing. Share the joy. So it's all good. You'll be starting off as a white angler. What? They have special names for the ranks? But don't think too much about that. Just fish away to your heart's content. White angler. Just ignore it for now. It's not all that important. But yeah, once you started landing some big catches, come back and talk to me. I don't know. The fishing club sounds alright. Prizes? Points? What's going on? Now that that's all explained, it's time for me to head off. You didn't explain it at all. I've got some fish to catch. I'll be fishing at the pond on campus if you want to come join me. Guys, fishing seems alright, despite this weirdness. I'm still confused about some of the stuff he said, but oh well. Still, now that I have a rod, it shouldn't hurt to start fishing again. Let's see, the label says it's made by the Lake Lord Company. Wait a minute. Isn't Lake Lord his last name? God damn it. JRPGs. His family must be pretty famous then. I'd assume experts on fishing. He was looking over there, right? Seems like a decent fishing spot. The pond you mentioned is available too, so maybe I'll give that a shot when I have the time. You can access the fish section of the notebook. At fishing points, you can fish a set number of times. By catching fish, you'll earn angler points, and the amount you get will depend on the variety and size of the fish you catch. Get fishing to earn more points. Talking to Kenneth will allow you to exchange points for items. Cool, 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 cool. Looks like you can get special quartz there. As your angler rank increases, he will have more items available to trade for. Cool. Reen says, "What are fish?" All right, let's trade to fish. See what happens. Because we can only do it a few times. So, wait, can I not? Can I not do it? I thought it was. Do I have to use the item? Am I not allowed to fish yet? Oh, here we go. I just wasn't at the right spot. Okay, there we go. Fish. Let's read the instructions first. After catching a lure, press circle when an exclamation mark appears. A fish will bite, reeling the fish. After you get a bite, press the button repeatedly to reel the fish in. The button you will need to press depends on the fish you're catching. Okay. Seems simple enough. Hit! We gotta change what we mash. At a pretty regular interval, though, it changes, so it's not... Alright, we got a sword tail. So we can do this 4 more times? Is that what it's telling us? Got some Sepith as well. That's good. Our CP recovered. Yeah, it looks like we can do it 4 more times. So we'll just do it. Just fish it out. I don't know why, but I always have a soft spot for fishing in games. I did it a ton in Final Fantasy 15 and loved it. I love fishing in Zelda. It's kind of peaceful. Alright, 3 more times. I like that there's a limit, so I just don't end up doing this the rest of the stream. I'm playing Nier right now, and man, that fishing system is not good. Yeah, it's not very good. But you only have to do it... I mean, unless you're getting all the endings, you only have to do it 1 time, so... That is nice, but yeah, it's not great fishing in here. For sure. Oh, actually, no. Even if you're doing the multiple endings, you still only have to do it 1 time. So, yeah, it's a non-issue. Because you start at the 50% mark. Resub! We got a resub. Metal Warrior. Metal Warrior, I like that name a lot. 4 months in a row. Easy Ace Sophies. And let's do something. We don't usually do this. We'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. It's as high as we go. It is kind of cold in this apartment, you guys. I need to turn the heat on. We did it.
Not bad.
Alright, we're done fishing. We can move on. That's right, Gymnasium, that's where we're gonna go. Fast travel. Guys, I'm very excited that our relationship is going to develop with Laura, because she seems so cool, and she's got a 10-foot sword. It's like, it's somebody you would want on your side. For that very reason. No, not here. Gotta go up the stairs. No? No? Okay, so she's not on the 2nd level. She's not here. What am I missing? Oh, there she is. She's hanging out by the pool. What's up? Good day, Reen. Have you come for a swim too? Not quite. You see how I don't have a swimsuit on? I'm surprised the swimming club's active this time of year, though. Well, it's true that winter swimming isn't for everyone. The water is rather chilly, but I think it makes for good training. How did I know you'd say something like that? What? Should I stick around for a bit longer? Of course, Reen. Spend time with Laura? This will consume a bonding point. Would it be fine if I just hung out and watched the club for a while? Reen, that is a little creepy. You'll get no objections from me. In fact, you came along at the perfect time. I was just about to test my short-distance swimming speeds. Do you think you could record my times? Put him to work. Sure, I can do that. I bet she does really well. No heated pool? Come on. Yeah, it does seem like Thor's could spring for a heated pool. Goal! That took you 22.34 seconds. Just a so-so time. So-so? You tore across the pool. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were part fish. Reen, you are killing me. Let's not go overboard. If I'm a fish, my father is a dolphin. In fact, he could probably outswim me. What if her father actually is a dolphin? What if that's the twist? They're part fish. Maybe, but he's the Radiant Blade Master. His swimming prowess doesn't make yours any less amazing. No kidding, I could hardly take my eyes off her while she was in the water, because she's part fish. Is there a reason you're staring at me? Oh, no, don't mind me. I take it swimming is a specialty of yours, then. Perhaps more habit than specialty. Legram is located alongside a lake, Legramblor, and I used to swim there in the winter to train. It seems that doing so has slightly improved my swimming in general. I don't know if the word slightly applies here. Given your upbringing, I initially assumed that you'd join a more combat-oriented club. But I see now that even swimming can contribute to your training. That's the hope. My father once told me, there are things about the sword we can only learn by stepping outside of its shadow. Deep. I had every intention to put those words into practice upon entering this academy. Your dedication to the sword doesn't surprise me. The way it influences so much of your life seems very you. To be honest, I'm a bit jealous. There's no need for that. You have your sword, you can do the same. I guess you're right. Forget I said anything. Are you part fish? Regardless, thank you for timing me. It seems I'll have to train even harder from here on out. Best of luck, I know you can do it. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Aw, we didn't level up. That's alright. Quality time. Alright. We have one more bonding point. And we're definitely not doing Machias. Guaranteed. So Elliot wins by default. He gets the consolation prize. Are you still staring at walls, Elliot? Up to your same old tricks. You're looking pretty busy there, Elliot. Yeah, I just got some packages from home. Heavy ones at that. Aw, people love him. I just carried them up here, and I'm totally beat. I can believe that. Seems like there's food in one of those, too, so I should probably look through them. Should I give him a hand? Yeah, I hope he gives you some food. I hope they just, they have a pizza party. Man, pizza sounds really good. You look like you use a hand. Mind if I help out? Really? You would? Well, I'd sure appreciate it. Reen and Elliot begin sorting out the packages that Elliot received from home. Well, I wonder what they sent him. I hope we find out the goodies he got. Well, we're done with about half of them now. I didn't expect there to be quite this much of everything. There has to be a month's worth of food, and here not to mention a bunch of clothes and other daily necessities. I didn't expect this either. Now I feel bad for dragging you into it. It's fine, Elliot. People like us, we tend to over-apologize. Don't worry about it. My sister's way too protective of me sometimes. Oh, you've got a sister? Yeah, an older one. She's always been a bit on the clingy side, too. I mean, I'm grateful that she sent me a care package, but I wish she'd tone it down a bit. I'm not a kid anymore. You are totally a kid, Elliot. It's fine. Haha, you mean it? I'm kind of jealous, to be honest. You can tell that she really cares about you. Really? Yes, Elliot, really. Oh. Elliot took a worn-looking piece of sheet music out of the box. Is that sheet music? It looks like someone got a lot of use out of it. Yeah, I used to practice with this all the time back home. This is the sheet music for resurrecting Satan. Do you want to hear it? To tell you the truth, I actually wanted to enter a music academy before I ended up here. Oh, really? I guess joining the Wind Orchestra wasn't just a casual thing for you, huh? Well, I've always loved music, ever since I was younger. But in the end, I wasn't all that serious about it, so I ended up choosing Thor's instead of a music academy. Really? Well, either way, it'd be nice to hear you play that piece sometime. Sure, one of these days. Reen and Elliot returned to sorting out the packages, only getting through with the strength of their combined efforts. It's just packages, guys. All right. All right. Your bond with Elliot strengthened. Yay. Let's close this out with going to the engineering place. See what they got for us. I think it's going to tell us about how we can upgrade our Arcus, our orbment. Same thing. Man, it was a lot of packages. Social links, yes, these are very much comparable to social links. We can just fast travel. What am I doing? Boop. Hey Ben, just got off work and I want to say hello. Hello, Dark Knight. It's good to have you. We are just hanging out, playing nearly 4 hours. Trails of Cold Steel. It's been a good time. Hey there, good to see you. I like George. I like George a lot. Oh, you're the person who was with President Toho when I first arrived at the academy. You got a good memory. Are you a fisherman? I'm George, second year, class 3. I'm also head of the engineering club. You're Reen Schwarzer from class 7, right? Nice to meet you. Every time they say Reen Schwarzer, I think it's funny. Likewise. Toho told me that you're helping out with the student council. Probably got a lot to learn about the academy, so you just enrolled, but good luck. Thank you very much. But I am curious. This is the engineering building, isn't it? With all the machines and equipment around here, it certainly fits the bill. Yep, you can basically think of this as the academy's very own orbment factory. The engineering club's been in charge of maintaining orbments here for a long time now. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I assume you repaired all the stuff you wanted me to deliver for this request, too? That's right. I handle that stuff here at the engineering club. I usually deliver them myself, but I'm a little busy this month. Boy, there's a lot of reading. Can I ask you to do it for me? Of course. I will accept everything anyone ever tells me to do. So, what do I need to know? Awesome. Okay, here's the rundown. As you know, I need to deliver 3 orbital products for me. First up is the orbital scale, which I need delivered to the cooking club. Okay, so they're going to introduce clubs through this quest. Fair enough. The club meets in the home economics room on the 2nd floor of the main building. Give it to the head of the club, Nicholas. The next 2 are both in town. Yeah, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about the club getting requests from people interested too. There's no reason to refuse them, so I do as much as I can to help them out. Helping out the people. This antique orbital lamp. This one's going to Micht at the pawn shop. You'll find it in the southeast part of the central shopping district. It's kind of out of the way, so keep an eye out. Last but not least, the final item we'll leave you to is this orbital wristwatch. An Apple Watch? We're delivering an Apple Watch. What? This is going to Michael over at Radio Trista. 3 Dog. Radio Trista is in the southwest of the central shopping district. So the receptionist know you're there and she'll call Michael out for you. And that's everything. Let me give you the items themselves. It's not going to be easy to carry all those around, but I'm sure you'll manage. No worries, George. They're just words in my inventory. Alright, so we gotta deliver stuff. But we don't have time to deliver stuff. We have to go. Before we get embroiled in anything else. I think it's a good point to... Whoops. Wrong button. Good point to save. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, watching me play this silly little JRPG. And by silly little, I mean I'm having a ton of fun with it. It's been great. I had a good time. I hope you all had a good time. It was fun watching the Direct with you. It was fun making fun of Machias with you. I want to do more of this. I want to keep playing Trails of Cold Steel. And I think this was a good amount of time. But yeah, as always, give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. You do help very, very much. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow, I do want to hype this up because it's important. Tomorrow, Brad, Kyle, and myself at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we are building Gundams on stream. I think it's going to be a very happy, feel-good stream. We're just going to be sitting there building models. It'll be a new thing for us. I also think it'll be a lot of fun. So if that sounds interesting to you, please join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. I love all of you. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Boop.